Good? Okay.
Garrett, can you hear me? Color commentator, color?
Checking in live from the broadcast booth.
Oh, did we just lose the?
We did.
Yeah, it's back. I got it. Oh, no, wait. We don't have stats. Oh, yeah, we do have
There,
stats.
it's up. Sweet. Nice.
don't time it up perfectly, that's just no sweat. But let's try and time it up so that. Are you running it? Gare? Oh, shit,
Welcome back, welcome home to your home of the Colorado Youth Football Invitational. I'm Jeff Gersh with Coach GTV. Absolutely stoked to be joined by Colorado's favorite amigo, Mark Jackson.
Yep.
Mark, welcome back to beautiful Boulder, Colorado for our second chance here at the indoor training
this is
facility.
obviously going out.
What an awesome environment. The energy is electric. I don't know what's in the water here in Boulder, Colorado, but a lot has changed over the last year, guys.
Well, I tell you what, last year they didn't have a Heisman Trophy winner, now they do. Last year they didn't have a quarterback picked in the top 5 in the NFL draft, and they're about to. But one thing we know is still true is they got Coach Prime here in the building, and I think that's just going to make this so much more special for the kids. But think about this, Mark. We had 1,000 kids try and be a part of this, and less than 300 were accepted. So that just goes to show you that we got the best of the best when it comes to the football players.
Yeah, a lot of great kids that are coming here to play this weekend. But more importantly to me, I really love the fact that the coaches are volunteering their time. We have some of the top high school coaches from across Colorado that are volunteering their time to pour into these kids and make them better. It's a team effort, and it's all about unity.
So you get the best players, you get the best coaches, you get the best facility, and what else do you get, Mark?
Well, you get the best coverage right here on Coach G TV.
And a very good morning to everyone out there. We are live at the Colorado Youth Football Invitational from beautiful Boulder, Colorado. All set for a great day of football, starting off with the 4th grade game, and then we'll go up from there all the way 4th grade through 8th grade, live all day long on the Colorado Football Youth Invitational YouTube channel. My name's Alex Becker alongside Jeff Gersh, Coach GTV, and we're ready to rock. How you feeling this morning,
Alex,
Coach?
I've been waiting for this day for 364 of them. I tell you what, ever since we were here last year and we put in our new camera up behind us, we've gotten all sorts of ideas on how we can make this a better and more enjoyable game day for each and every one. You're going to know that. We've got sideline interviews coming up. We got instant replays. We got coaches' challenges. We got Mark Jackson coming up, 5th through 7th grade game. We got Coach Mike Sanford, former CU assistant here, coached many times on this turf. Even yesterday we were here, we saw Shiloh and Shadur warming up. The kids were going nuts. There's no place I'd rather be right now, Alex Becker, than in Boulder, Colorado for the Colorado Youth Football Invitational. Let's get it going.
Absolutely. We are back this year. It's our 3rd year overall producing this product and 2nd year back in Boulder, Colorado. It was a terrific success last year, but we even got some more bells and whistles for year number 3, year 2 in Boulder, and we're excited to show them off today. And gonna be a great day of football once again. Starting off with the 4th grade game in just a couple minutes. We had the captain's coin toss right in front of us a minute ago, and our whole crew is ready. We're ready for some football, man.
Oh man, this is a great time. We get the anthem going too. They'll organize it that way, and then we'll get to playing football. Just keep in mind now, as we mentioned in the intro, over 1,000 participants applied to be a part of this. Under 300 were accepted. It just goes to show you the exact kind of talent we're dealing with here. And even these coaches, they found out at the duck races who their team was. That duck race was 10 days ago. They met their teams 2 days ago, right? They had 1 practice on Friday and 2 on Saturday. And so here we go. Oh, you know what? We're gonna bypass the anthem. We're gonna get right into it, it sounds like.
All righty. How about it?
Yeah.
Ready to get going, and we got the
Whitecap's not having it. He's getting right into this.
I like it.
Anthem. No, here we go. I think we're doing an anthem.
Okay. So getting ready for our Star-Spangled Banner before we introduce our coaches and our teams. The blue versus the white in the 4th grade game coming up in just a moment. Get a number of angles you'll see today as well, just like last year. End zone cam, sideline cam. We're getting up in their business with Dave running the field cam.
Oh, yeah, Nigel's down there, too. And this year,
our guy Nigel on the sideline.
So this year what's cool, Alex, is that we can talk to Nigel down on the field. He can hear us. In years past, we didn't have that technology. But Garrett the Rat Gilbertson, our director extraordinaire, taught us exactly how to fix that. And so if you got any questions for Nigel, you want to ask him, you go ahead and ask him, and he'll get to us.
Good deal.
He just gave me a wink from down there, so I think that means it's working.
All right, so we'll take a pause here for our national anthem before kickoff on the 4th grade game. And shout out our public address announcer today, Kyle Berry, back for year number 3.
You want me to get the... I got the flag for you.
Okay, so how about that anthem? That was the Whitney Houston national anthem from the Desert Storm Super Bowl. Longtime football fans remember that one.
That's a great way to start the day. I tell you what, part of me just teared up a little bit there, just knowing how hard all these kids have worked to get here, how hard we've worked to get here, and how great it is to be in Boulder, Colorado, America, for America's best youth football invitational. Becker, let's get it going.
Let's get it going. So our coach for the 4th grade white team today, it'll be Coach Q, Quentin Rogers. It's his first year at Montbello High School, hoping to rebuild the program. He's experienced, he's committed to the rebuild, and he also is a quarterback specialist. So a lot of experience coaching football, and of course, I think he'll relate to those kids up in Montbello very well. It's a school with a storied history that's kind of been down a little bit the last couple of years, so trying to build that up is Coach Q. And then our head coach for the blue team is Coach Ben Startzer. It's his 6th year at Northfield High School in the northeast side of Denver. Made the playoffs this past year. 5-0 conference record as well. So Northfield, it's a school on the rise, not only in football, but in soccer, basketball. We've seen them compete at a high level in all sports.
This is Northeast versus Northeast when it comes to Denver on Denver, right? We got two of the best coaches to come from inside the city limits here. Coach Startzer's got some fun offense.
So here we go. White team will start with the football on their own 30-yard line with the spread offense look to start. A sweep play to start in a defensive stop. Maybe a 7-yard loss on the very first play. The defense sniffed that one out and dropped them for a loss. Ball carrier there for the white team was Aiden Salazar at 4'10", 75 pounds.
Aiden Salazar, didn't have much to do there. Didn't have anywhere to go. Looks like here on the replay.
Check out big 55 there on defense. That's Steele Pinnell. Steele Pinnell at 5'2", 105, making the stop. Loss of 7. The ball on their own, a 23-yard line, 2nd down and 17 for the white team. And just getting going, very first drive of the game. So we'll go 4 receivers for the white team. Once again, the spread offense. Running back offset to the left of the quarterback. We'll run motion. Going from right to left is Samuel Price. Hand up right up the middle, and another great defensive play. That time on the tackle was Wyatt Buckholz, number 5 for the blue team.
One of the things I love about Coach Startzer's team is his offense. He runs a great offense, but I tell you what, when it comes down to it, he mentioned to us at the duck races, he's defense first guy. And you can see right there, 2 plays, 2 backwards, 3rd and 19.
No doubt about it. Loss of 2 on second down brings up 3rd down and long from their own 21-yard line. See what Coach Q draws up here. Now, he is a quarterback specialist.
Yeah, the 4th grade game. I mean, it's barely 8:10 in the morning here, so it's tough to get going forward sometimes early in these early games.
Yeah, got to wake up. Once again in motion, going from right to left is Case Isaac. Spinning away from one defender, trying to find some open field. A flag flies, and the tackle will be made just across the 20-yard line. So we'll check the flag, but once again, the defense up to the challenge.
Boy, I tell you what, yeah, they're trying to do a little jet sweep action, a little trickeration perhaps, but the blue team's not tricked. Looks like personal foul here on the white cap.
Yeah, a blindside block will be called on the offense.
Coach looks like he wants a decline on the penalty maybe, or no?
That was Xavier Halliburton getting his first carry of the day, number 20. Xavier at 4'10" and 85 pounds. So defense will decline the penalty.
There you go. No punts here in the Colorado Youth Football Invitational. As the kids get older and older, the punt travels a little further and further, as you would say, but you know, they don't do punts, they don't do kickoffs. You know what? It's just too much time to have to spend trying to get defense, offense, and special teams.
Right. Just want to get the football played. They'll learn special teams more and more as they grow older and get closer to the high school level. But a great, tremendous defensive series for the blue team right there, forcing a 3 and out. All 3 plays were for a loss. I think 3rd down may have been no gain. But the blue team all over white on defense.
And we talk about Coach Startzer all the time. But if you look down there, there's a bunch of grown men coaching these kids. And I think that's what's so amazing is that the whole coaching staff comes together to make this event happen.
So Kenny Price III will start at QB for the blue team, working from the shotgun. Whistle before the snap. And a timeout is going to be called by the white team. So Coach Rogers will use his first timeout.
So one thing we know about the 4th grade game, Alex, is that not one of these kids has ever played in a Colorado Youth Football Invitational. And you know what?
First timers.
Same is true for Coach Q. This is his first game coaching here. We're so happy to have him. Thankful that he stepped up, him and his coaching staff stepped up to make this possible. But you know what? I tell you, there might be a little jitters on that coaching staff, too, for the Montbello guys, just because they haven't been here before. This is Coach Startzer's 2nd year at the event. So I think what he was going through last year is probably what Coach Q is going through this year.
Oh, no doubt about it. Having that year under your belt for Coach Startzer, I think that goes a long ways. And they came out firing on defense. So now we'll get our first look at the blue offense. Once again, Kenny Price III lined up at QB, about 5 yards deep in the shotgun. And an extra H-back on the right side, 2 receivers right, single receiver left. Price receives a snap, throws a long, deep ball, and off the hands of the intended receiver, Masai Johnson. Would have been a big-time play and a great ball by Price III.
You see that coming right out of the gates. We talked about Coach Starts. He likes
that aggressive.
He likes quick starts. That's what they call him, starts for.
Startser.
Sure
I
enough,
love it.
Aired it out. Good pass, too.
Yeah, that's a great ball from Price III, just off the hands of Johnson. Unable to haul it in, brings up 2nd and 10 from the 48. High snap over the head of Price III, and recovered by the defense at the 40-yard line. A scoop, and will we get a score? Breaking tackles to the 25-yard line goes Khalil K.B. Brown.
Well, Khalil K.B. Brown, good job picking up that fumble. I got a feeling someone's going to run up to you with a belt. And
And
I got a feeling that maybe our guy Dave and Nigel are going to go over there and get that in interview. But I tell you what, just as much as we want a little fireworks on offense with the first pass play, fireworks on the second play with the high snap. That's something about the shotgun that gets you a little nervous, right, early in this 8 a.m. game.
Look at that. Brown says, give me that football, breaks a tackle, and then a touchdown saving stop was made by Sam Burney.
Great field position, too, starting off here for Coach Q. We'll see if they can get a little bit more offense going in the right direction. If they do want to kick a field goal, they can. They'll just walk it down to the other side of the field. We do have netting up on the window side, and then over here on the flag side, we keep the netting all the way up so that we can take those great end zone shots.
So here we go. 1st and 10 from the blue at 25-yard line. New set of downs for the white team. And at quarterback is number 17, Ashton Moore. Moore running the offense, calling out signals. Got a couple receivers on each side. And the back is number 20, Xavier Halliburton. Throwing a deep ball in traffic. Coming down with it and scoring a touchdown for the white team is Samuel Price. Price catches the 50-50 ball and walks into the end zone for our first score of the game.
Incredible. You get the big turnover on defense, and then, you know what? I like the call. Go deep. We tried the running thing first for the white team. Here we go. Yeah.
Great shot there. Samuel Price with the belt around his waist, and he says, I'll take that contested catch, and waltz into the end zone right afterwards.
Here's another angle to look at here. Good job by Archuleta there on the high angle. Look at this one here. That's Coach G on the cam.
Moore throws it up. Oh, look at that. Ashton Moore let his receiver Price make a play, and he did exactly that. Great catch by Samuel Price for the first touchdown of the game.
6 for the white team.
So the white team did not waste any time after the fumble recovery. First play, they go for it all and convert.
So you should know that extra points are worth 1 point if you go for it and 2 points if you kick for it. Hope that makes sense out there. This is a 1 point play here.
So they run the football and they will be stopped short of the goal line. The blue defense coming up big on the 2 point conversion. But not before a 25-yard touchdown pass from Ashton Moore to Samuel Price. Give him 6. And the one thing we do know about the Colorado Youth Football Invitational is we have big plays all the time. You know, long pass plays, big run plays, and just like that.
It looks like not only was that ball caught there by Samuel Price, but also it could have been caught by another guy. They kind of battled for it. And sure enough, go up, high point it, and bring it down, make it work. That's an incredible start.
Oh, yeah. In traffic, 50-50 ball.
Just
Price with the first touchdown of the day.
3 minutes
in the fourth grade game.
All sorts of action.
Points off turnovers. That fumble looms large.
Turnovers are the name of the game. Any sport you play, Alex, you know baseball, right? I coached hoops. Anytime you turn the ball over, don't take care of the ball, it usually comes back to bite you. If you get an error on third base, that guy's usually going to score.
So blue team back with the football. There was some movement up front. We have a pre-snap penalty. Like we saw some movement on the left side of the line. Left tackle will be called for illegal procedure.
Yeah, we saw this last year, too, in the 8 a.m. game. That sometimes you get those procedural penalties. Sure, we had the holding penalty earlier, but these are more like procedure in terms of we're not getting lined up proper.
So after the penalty, it's 2nd and 15. They run a draw play straight up the middle, breaking a couple tackles and falling forward across the 30-yard line. Was the ball carrier for blue. That's Amari Holloway on that carry at 4'5" and 75 pounds.
Nice tackle there by Caden Luck.
Yeah, look, number 56 there for the white team at 4'9", 106. Here it is. Breaking one tackle was Holloway, and then Lauk wraps him up.
Still keep an eye on that center to quarterback exchange. It's been interesting. Oh, and there we go.
And there it is.
Right on cue. Coach GTV, baby.
That can be an issue at all levels. Got to get the snap down.
If it makes you feel better, this is our 11th game. We call it 5 the first year, 5 the second year. It's our 11th game. So we know a thing or two about a thing or two when it comes to trying to get a Tony Romo type, prediction of what's going to happen.
That's right. You're all over that bad snap. So 3rd down and 15. 8:20 and counting in the first quarter. Blue team looking towards the sideline. They get the play call in from Coach Startzer. Out of the gun. Looking left. And the southpaw winds it up. A jump ball. Who will come down with it? Intercepted by the white team. That ball was picked off by number 20, Xavier Halliburton. And he's jumping up and down with his teammates. The belt is being walked out to him. We do have a flag in the backfield as we get a look at this one. See Halliburton there, number 20, goes up, takes it away from the receiver.
I think we tried to give the Whitecap a microphone so he could talk to the people out there, but we'll see. Looks like
illegal substitution was called on the offense.
So that's going to go on the offense. Another declined penalty. The first one was declined, right, because they wanted a punt. The second one here that we've seen declined is because another turnover.
Interception by Halliburton. The white team making some big plays after going 3 and out on their first possession. Looking a whole lot better. 8:03 left in the first quarter. And second drive in a row, the white team will have tremendous field position.
Keep an eye on our graphic, guys. Every once in a while, it's going to say third down, but you know it's fourth or first down, right? We're taking that from the scoreboard, so we're just trying to get our new scoreboard person put in
So
there.
I'll tell you what, I think that the penalty wasn't forced there, so it'll be 4th down and 20 instead, and we have more whistles before the snap.
There was a ref back there putting clicking a helmet on for him, so. Scoreboard fixed it down in distance.
There we go, 3rd down and 20. Now we're all set.
Wait, so that was not an interception?
I think they enforced the illegal substitution beforehand is the case.
Oh, before the play even was snapped.
Exactly, right. And there's another stop in the backfield by the white team. Big play after big play for the white defense. And now it'll be white football. All right, we have Nigel down there with Samuel Price, who caught the first touchdown on 25-yarder.
All right, I'm here with Sam Price. Sam, you scored the first touchdown of the game. How are you able to come down with that football?
Right now, offensive line, let's get big, boys. I'm trying to get another one. I'm on my goal to get 3 touchdowns, and I just want to be a good game. So, yeah.
Nice, so you're third away there. Also, what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
Box of cereal.
Box of cereal. All right. Good to talk to you.
That's what I'm talking about, Sam Price. Thank you, Nigel, for that. He wants 3 touchdowns, Sam Price does.
Well,
he wants the hat trick.
He's a third of the way there.
He sure is.
And we're not even 5 minutes into the event yet. 12-minute quarters, 4 of them. Running time when it's a running play, but I do believe they stop it on the incompletes, of course. And then this is a change of possession. So what they did was punt it, right? Blue team punted it about 25 yards. So now we're at the 40-yard line, and that's because we think that 4th graders would kick it about 20 yards.
True. I like that. So white team football, fresh off the touchdown, and now we'll get Price in at quarterback. So Price, who just caught the touchdown, he's going to be the running back offset just to the right of the QB. I think there was some confusion up front for the white team.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed from Coach Q and his team is they don't mind a little motion, whether it's a sweep or not. The question is it easy to get that figured out in 2 days? Maybe, maybe not. We'll find out. But for all the good plays they've made, they have had a couple interesting ones with just the jet sweeps and the loss of yardage on the running game. I think it's there's so many good defenders out here. I think we forget. We all think this is just an offensive game, but
right. No good call. So now on a quarterback is number 12, Brady Boulder. He takes over at QB. Halliburton will now be split out wide to the right, and now Price is alone to run the Wildcat. So Sam Price with the Wildcat look. All kinds of motion up front. Price will take this one himself, and great tackle there made at the line of scrimmage. Making the stop for the blue team was Ryu Thomas Silva. Ryu Thomas Silva making the stop, a little bit undersized as a D lineman, but able to shed the block and make a tackle.
It helps when you're a little lower to the ground, I think is what we would call him, and he took that running back out from right at about the knees there.
At 4'6", 77 pounds, great stop there by Thompson or Thomas Silva. 6.5 minutes to go in the first quarter, 2nd and 15 for the white team. Interesting, they had all kinds of pre-snap motion before that last play. Wound up with Price taking a Wildcat snap. And now Boulder will be all alone in the backfield. So 5 receivers, Price in the slot on the left side. Boulder looks left on the screen. Pass is deflected at the line of scrimmage and nearly intercepted. Getting his big hand on the football was Johnny Milo. Oh, Milo snuffed out the screen, knew it was coming, and able to deflect the pass. A great look at it right there.
Yeah, that play was a little slow to develop. Looks like we got a timeout here for the white team. Might be their second one of the half. You get 2 timeouts a half, so I feel like coach is just trying to get some things figured out here. But great penetration there, great penetration by 50 just to get in there and knock that ball down. Almost looked like maybe a fumble. Maybe it was possibly one of those where you got to jump on the ball, dive on the ball.
And we see the game plan here for the white team. Coach Rogers trying to get Samuel Price involved as much as possible. He caught the first touchdown, and then on the first play of the drive he was in at quarterback that time, they tried to throw a screen to him. So just trying to get 14 the football in any way possible.
Do you think it's one of those where he's trying to get a passing touchdown, a rushing touchdown, and a receiving touchdown?
I mean, he 3 touchdowns any way you can get him.
He said he wanted his 3.
He wanted 3. He's caught 1. So White about to break their timeout huddle. We got 6:06 left in the first quarter. There's Coach Rogers talking things over with his boys. 3rd and long coming up. Boulder will line up in the shotgun. The back right next to him is Kingston Luna, number 1. Now Luna will be in the backfield all alone. Boulder split out wide to the left. There's movement up front with the right tackle. No flags.
I like that. And
Kingston Luna will take it himself for about 6 yards on 3rd and 15. Well, that will bring up 4th down and 9. 4th and 10. Here's a look at it.
4th and 10, sometimes you do the punt, but sometimes, maybe you go for it. You never know. But, yeah, it looks like.
Let the false start go.
I think what else they're letting go is there's a bunch of guys in motion. Like, that's 2 guys in motion right there. So, for me, I feel like they're letting some shifts go, and then that might have been a little bit of both. But in this 4th grade game, I think it's good to use discretion. This is not the Olympics. This is not
let the kids play some football.
Try your best, and even with the refs, I like that they're using a little discretion.
Don't need to be Mr. Ticky-Tack.
Yeah, let's watch some players play football.
All right, motion goes Case Isaac. From the gun is Boulder. Sheds 1 tackle. And too many defenders there. He's going to be brought down for a loss. Sack on the play and a turnover on downs. Great job there by the blue defense, forcing the turnover on downs, getting the sack of Boulder. Right there, once again, Ryu Thomas Silva, the man in on the stop, 52.
There's a lot of fight in that dog. Right?
Got him from behind. Oh, Thomas Silva's been incredible so far. Mentioned he's only 77 pounds playing defensive end, but he's making plays. Gotta love it. Got 5:07 left in the first quarter. It'll be blue team ball, hoping to get something going on offense for the first time today. It'll be the 3rd drive for the blue offense. Well, this time more of a tighter bunch formation. 2 receivers out there and extra blocking on the right side. It'll be a quarterback design run on the left side, gain of about 5 there for the quarterback, Kenny Price III. Now Price III try to get upfield quickly, winds up picking up 5.
It's amazing the stats we get to have, but when you look at them, not so amazing stats. A lot of minuses for the rushing here on the blue team. That's something to say about maybe blue team's not clicking on all cylinders. Might want to give white team a tip of the cap, too. They're really playing some great defense.
Absolutely. I'm sure that yardage will turn around if they can get the snaps figured out. A lot of that has been on fumbled snaps that have resulted in big losses.
But just to get to 2nd and 5 is almost a win. You know what I mean? When you're having a slow go, there's something to be said about being at 2nd and 5 instead of 2nd and 15, right?
No doubt about it, yeah. Gain of 5, that'll point the team in the right direction. We have a timeout on the field with 4:25 left in the first quarter.
Hey, I want to go down to Nigel if we can and see if he's got a mic ready. Yeah, we don't even need a video. I just want to talk to him. Okay, yeah. Nigel, okay. We'll get the earpiece figured, yeah.
So timeout on the field. We got multiple coaches there in the huddle, getting the blue team on the same page. A great shot there from Dave.
I think it's smart for these coaches to take their timeouts early, though. You know, I don't know if you necessarily you need it with 4 minutes left in the second quarter if you haven't figured out what you're trying to do here in the first quarter. It's all about getting off to a good start, getting on the right foot.
All right, so blue team of football, 2nd down and 5 from their own 45-yard line. Out of the shotgun is the blue offense. Another quarterback design run with Kenny Price III. 3 yards there for Price. And we'll bring up 3rd and short. There he has found a little bit of a hole. Tackle on the play made by Khalil KB Brown. Brings down the quarterback. Back-to-back design runs for Kenny Price III.
Here's our first 3rd and short of the game. First 3rd and short. It'll be interesting to see what kind of action they go with.
This time they hand the ball off. And a first down there for Amari Holloway. He got just enough to move the chains.
When you don't have a touchdown, there's nothing wrong with getting a first down. You know what I mean? Just trying to baby steps, work your way down there. These are 4th graders, guys. When you're in 4th grade, you're like 9 years old. Maybe 10, you know, somewhere in that range. Maybe 8 if you're an older one. So getting a first down is almost probably feels like getting a touchdown for the blue team.
Now, how about it? 3 runs in a row. They get the first down, and we'll have another run with Holloway. Room on the right side. Holloway busts through the line for a pickup of 5. Knifing his way through the defense was the little running back. So more positive yards, though, for the blue team. They are moving the football. We'll line up in the shotgun. Kenny Price III calling out signals. Has got Holloway just to his left. Hand off there, Amari Holloway. Flag comes out from behind, and Holloway is stopped for a no gain. Good D there by the white team.
Hey, we got Nigel down there on the sideline. Nigel, can you hear me there? How is it down there? What's the energy like on that blue sideline?
On the blue sideline, they're still encouraged. They've had a rough start, but you see they just got a first down, and they could pretty easily get a touchdown here and get back into this game.
Seemed like they breathed a little sigh of relief there. What about white sideline? What are your impressions from what's going on over there?
They're hyped. I mean, they've had those 2 big plays on defense, and then of course the touchdown by Sam Price. So they're encouraged as well. Absolutely.
Perfect. Keep up the great work. We'll talk to you soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
So how cool is that? We can talk to those guys now this year. So
yeah,
we're
absolutely.
Take that to the next level.
That's
with
great to
Jazzy.
have that perspective down on the sideline.
And I know the guy doing the 8th grade game down on the sideline. I'm standing right next to him.
Hey, how about it?
It'll be
excited
good to have
for
your
it.
perspective.
So it was a penalty on the defense. That was what the 5 yards was for. And then they run a toss play there on 2nd and short. And enough for the first down. See the official on the far sideline says, let's move those chains. Got just enough. Nice
like
little
that.
sweep.
Yeah, interesting.
And once again, it's Ryu Thomas Silva.
Well, they were doing a nice job with Holloway getting him the rock. And so it made you think that maybe they're going to keep going to him, and then they flipped underneath and did a nice little kind of trickeration. So.
Yeah, Coach Startzer just pounding the football on this drive. All run plays so far, and it's been working. They've been matriculating that football down the field, and there's Price III. Design run, cuts it inside, and then 2 defenders are there to bring him down for no gain.
Great tackle there. Great swarm tackling.
Once again, it's KB Brown on the stop, teaming up with his buddy, Benjamin McGee. Look at it right here. KB Brown spins off the block, and a great tackle. Actually, in on that one was Titus Fouts. Give some credit there to Titus Fouts as well. Him and Brown on the stop. So no gain. 2nd and 10 for the blue team. Clock moving late in the first quarter, minute 21.
I like when the running plays keeps the clock moving too. It's nice to keep that clock ticking.
Thomas Silva will head to the sideline for the 2nd down play. Here's a toss to Espindola, and he got decked in the backfield. A big-time hit was made by Caden Lauk.
Man, more like Caden Loud. I can hear that one from up here, man.
He came in with some bad intentions on that play.
Well, and the ball hit the turf, right, as you see, and some guys try to jump on the ball when it hits the turf, but not blue team. Blue team likes to keep going. And you know what? Good for Espinoza for giving it a try.
Yeah.
But also, you paid the price a little bit there.
Yeah, Avian Jones making the stop as well. Him and Lauk combining for the tackle.
Like
3rd and 16.
You'd think it's a passing down, but they're going to.
It's Espindola again. He tried to slip out of one tackle, and Hudson Felker comes up to make the stop. Now, Hudson Felker at 4'3", 70 pounds, stuck his nose in there and made the hit on Vasily Espindola.
So this is one of those situations here where it looks like, third down and 16, or is it 4th and 17? They're going to go for it. Okay, here we go.
4th and 17 on the 46-yard line. Kenny Price, the third from the shotgun. He looks right, scans the field, throws a deep ball into double coverage, and this ball is picked off by the white team. Intercepted there by Braden Martinez. Martinez gets hit low along the sideline, but he picks the ball off on 4th and 17. It'll be white football, and we have a marker down on the field. See, the penalty flew, the flag flew as the interception return was in progress. Braden Martinez, though, playing center field. It was a throw into double coverage. So illegal contact was called on the defense. Here's a look at the interception by Martinez. So 2 guys there, and it's actually the guy on the back end, kind of a tip drill. Martinez picks it off, and the white team will have the football.
Cool, there we go, okay.
You might as well throw it up, though, on 4th and 17, trying to let the receiver go and make a play. So I don't mind that at all from Coach Startzer and Kenny Price III. Kind of works as a punt, really.
Yeah, deep down, I mean, if you're the defensive coordinator, when that ball's in the air, you're going, knock it down, knock it down, knock it down.
Yeah, right. Bat it down, but it's hard to tell.
But there's something to be said about, that these are the best players in the state, right? So if the interception you can get, could lead you to a touchdown, right? Whereas just the punt will get you the ball, so no big deal there. But I don't know. I tell you what, I kind of like the fact that he went for the interception, didn't play conservative, and maybe tried to get a little razzle with some dazzle, take it to the house.
No doubt about it. Yeah, they are very liable to break off some big plays on offense and defense. So we'll have a white football starting on their own at 25-yard line, up 6-0.
Looks like that's the end of the quarter there, too, so now we're on quarter 2, yep.
Yeah, start of quarter number 2. White going with that spread look. This is 2 receivers on each side bunched up right next to each other outside the hash marks. A quarterback in some trouble and then brought down for a loss. That's Ashton Moore, the quarterback, and he had nowhere to go with the football. Big stop. Aiden Salazar. Or Amari Holloway.
Yep, Amari Holloway, running back a couple plays ago and then gets in there on defense, does a great job. And Holloway's a nice player.
The pocket was closing quickly on the quarterback, Ashton Moore, and, got to get rid of the football.
Yeah, it's hard to go backwards and gain yards.
Moore will throw the screen for Price. He's got lots of room to run. Flag comes out, a big gainer, first down as he got the pads down at the end of the play. Ran over a defender as we will check the flag. But Sam Price, he's out here making plays. And this one will be coming back, an offensive hold on the white team. So the screen to Sam Price is going to be wiped out by a hold.
Boy, big 22 on the blue team. Big fan of the way he's playing out there. Is that
Henry Hughes?
Wow,
yeah.
He's 125 pounds of
double H.
He's 125 pounds of don't mess around, if you know what I mean.
Absolutely. Playing with his hair on fire out there. So 2nd and 18 after the holding call. Ashton Moore once again from the shotgun. 2 receivers on each side. Moore will take the snap, throw another screen. It's caught by Price at the 20. Price turns it upfield, and he's ushered out of bounds after a gain of 2. Much better adjustment by the Blue defense. They were ready for the screen that time.
Yeah, 23 did a nice job. That's Jaden Davis getting out there.
Yeah, Davis at 4'6".
Vasily Espindola did a nice job. And I tell you what, I don't mind it. I don't mind that they toss it out to the side there. I like it. I think it's almost like a running play they're trying to do there, just getting it out wide. And then that's great defense, too. These guys are swarming. They have a swarm mentality, and you can tell that the Northfield coaching staff has really emphasized team tackling.
Oh, no doubt about it. And, going right back to Price on the screen. This time they throw another short pass. It's caught at the 23-yard line and dropped right away. Reception made by Quincy Mamuzic, but too many defenders right there. He was dropped right away. Mamuzic makes the catch, and sticking his nose in there was Maverick Mendez to make the hit, wearing that yellow helmet. And Northfield Nighthawks.
Yeah, so when you look at the helmets, those are usually the football organization they play for. So it's cool. They wear the team jersey, but almost like at an all-star game for baseball, they wear their helmets. You can see some have more stickers, some have Valley Vikings. We can start naming some of them. There's the Mountain Lions from Highlands Ranch. But I tell you what, don't call them a club. I was calling them a club, and everyone's like, what are we talking about here? But here, take a look at the blue team.
What are we talking about?
We named some of these guys. Big Henry Hughes plays tight end as well, 22. We've called out, Holloway's name a bunch early.
Espindola, Price the third, of course.
And Ryu Thomas
Silva.
Definitely have popped off the screen so far.
The 9:39 left in the second quarter. It'll be blue team football, looking for their first points of the day. Getting lined up is the blue team. That's Masai Johnson. And no one ready for the snap. The center snapped it, and having to go fall on the football was Amari Holloway. But a miscommunication there between the offensive line and the backfield. And it has been a recurring issue for the blue team, is getting the timing of the snaps and getting a proper snap off has been a challenge so far.
Yeah, I mean, that comes with the territory when you're doing the shotgun snapping or the pistol snapping.
So here's a toss out wide. Room to run there for Holloway. Amari Holloway across the 40, and he is brought down by Aiden Salazar. So 0-on-0 crime. Big pickup there by Holloway.
Holloway, too, he's got the braided long hair coming out the back.
And credit, look at Salazar. Open field tackle there at the 40 as well. He's wearing the purple Denver South helmet. But burst of speed. Look how quick Holloway is.
A little hurry up, or what's going on?
Big loss on the play for blue on 3rd and short. So that did not go as planned, as Tobias Montoya was dropped for a big loss.
Yeah, the bummer is you gain 17 and then you snap the ball and you go ahead and lose a couple there.
So it'll be 4th down and 10 after a loss of 7 on 3rd down and 3.
So that 17-yard gain didn't get him a first down? How'd you not get a first down?
They lost 10 on 1st and 10.
That's right. Unbelievable. Big stand there then for the white team, because blue had a bunch of momentum going their way. But the more you think about it, the more you realize, yeah, you're right. They needed 20, and they got only 17, and then on the next play, snapped it over their head. 2 snaps going over the head there.
Yeah, it's been a tale of some big plays, right? Big gainers and then also big losses. Chunk plays all over the place.
So part of me is wondering about what's going on with the centers, and do you think to yourself,
got to get that ironed out.
Yeah, are these centers, have they never done shotgun before? If you go to Littleton High, or not, if you go to Columbine High School down there, they're not doing shotgun.
They do not run shotgun.
So your center will never know how to snap it between
their
legs.
They run, the wing T offense over there at Columbine High School.
Whereas if you get over to, Coach Starts in Northfield, they probably never run under center. So,
right. And you go, this high school right here, Fairview, Tom McCartney, dad, the legend at CU, Bill McCartney, all they run is spread. I mean, they'll run 4 or 5 receivers out of the shotgun every single play. The white team back with the football. They come up with the stop on 3rd and 3. So 1st and 10 on their own 21. Working from the shotgun is Ashton Moore. He sends a man in motion from right to left. 2 receivers on each side, and the back is Kingston. Price with the football, turns the corner. Price across the 30, stepped out of bounds just shy of the first down marker. Yeah, just shy of the line to gain, but Price in the open field, making things happen.
Make sure she puts the to go on the scoreboard.
Here's a look at it. Before you knew it, Sam Price had the football.
Doesn't say to go.
Ashton Moore, screen once again, makes the first guy miss with that straight arm. He handed out a mean stiff arm to Quincy Sofo-Ada on defense.
Yeah, that was a nice, that was a big gain there.
And that's at least the 3rd screen we've seen them throw Sam Price, number 14. So 2nd and short, Moore working from the gun. In the slot on the right side is Price. Moore gets the snap, hands off, room to run there for Kingston Luna. And Luna in the open field across the 40. Luna at midfield. Luna at the 40. Luna, he's going to be gone. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. Touchdown, Kingston Luna.
Oh, my goodness.
Biggest
Kingston
play of the
Luna.
day. Give him 72 yards and a touchdown. How about it? Kingston Luna getting the belt in the end zone. Once he got into the open field, he was off to the races. No one was going to catch him.
Love it. I love that they got the belt for him. Kingston Luna, man, I like how he kind of went up the middle, then got around the outside, and then took it to the house.
Yeah, once he found the sideline, man, he was off to the races as he celebrates with his teammates, posing with the belt.
Here's the replay. Shotgun gives him the handoff.
So Luna
starts middle,
breaks
baits
it
him in.
outside, and a goodbye. We'll see ya. Speed.
So fast, he almost ran off the screen. He did run off the screen,
Yeah.
But he's back. We got him back. Incredible run by Luna there.
All kinds of speed on both sides. Once you get these backs in the open field, man. A great effort there trying to catch him from Kenny Price III, but unable to. The white team up by 2 scores. It's 12-0, and it looks like they're going to be trying a 2-point conversion down there.
2-point conversion
right,
means
Coach?
it comes off the foot, right? Does it look like they're setting up the kick? Yeah. Or it looks like
I think they're going to be going for it. I don't think they're going to
go
kick.
for it and snap it and try and run it in, that's a 1-point play.
1 point,
Yeah,
okay.
2 points
I
for the
had
kick.
that. I had
You're
that
great.
backwards.
You're in a good spot because we're in the 4th grade game and we're all learning together.
So once again, it's Moore from the gun. Kingston Luna to his left. They're going to throw a screen, and it's incomplete. Intended target was Brady Boulder, number 12. Here's another look at the 72-yard run from Kingston Luna to the house.
Yeah, I don't know if anyone touched him. I don't think one person touched him.
Yeah, a sideline jaunt from there on. So White with the touchdown catch by Sam Price III, and then now a 72-yard touchdown run by Kingston Luna. Or Sam Price, not the third. It's Kenny Price III.
Well, the good
Sam Price the first.
Hi, I'm here with Kingston Luna, who just scored a touchdown. You found open space there, and you just ran right past him. How were you able to do it? I said you found all that open space, and you were able to just run all the way to the end zone. How were you able to do it?
Yeah, I'm very fast. They're not gonna be able to catch me. I'm if I'm on the outside, they can't catch me. I'm just gone.
Nice. And what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
Cereal.
Cereal? Nice. A lot of cereal down here on the white team. So.
getting a lot of work over there. Nigel is on the white sideline.
Yeah,
That's funny. Yeah, the interviews with the 4th graders are hilarious. And then as you get with the 5th graders, they get a little sharper. And by the time you're with the 8th graders, they're
seasoned.
Yeah, they're seasoned veterans. Or they just keep it to a couple words. Hit them with that Riz.
Ryu Thomas Silva getting the carry on first down, a gain of 10. So up to the 40. And they go right back to him, Thomas Silva, but he's dropped for no gain on that play. Good stop. Is that Big Tintzman out there, number 99, in on that tackle?
Oh,
Hunter
yeah, Hunter.
Tinsman at 5'2", 148. He is a force along the D-line, playing in the interior.
I think Nigel weighs 148.
Nigel and Tinsman, they can go toe-to-toe in the ring.
That's funny.
2nd and 10 from the 40. Reverse. Getting the carry is Matthias Brewster, and a hit in the backfield as a flag. Multiple flags come out. Every official threw some laundry.
Interesting.
Oh, man, that was an ugly result from that great hit. So here's Brewster on the reverse, and he was brought down hard. Didn't look like he get a hold of the face mask, but he kind of yanked him.
I didn't see a face mask for sure.
I think it looked worse than it really was.
It's one of those where you want to tuck your chin before you hit the ground, and maybe he let that head hit the ground a little, just kind of snap back on him. So hopefully we get him all situated and figured out. Never in any hurry to get the kids off the field here. We're all got all sorts of great folks here that can help in terms of keeping them in good shape. And then, yeah, you just hope as the day goes on that this is few and far between these kind of meetings.
Yeah, that was a very big hit, and I think he's going to be okay. But a vicious collision in the backfield. I think as a tackler, you're just trying to grab a hold of whatever you can. Wasn't malicious. It just
no. If
football.
Anything, yeah. And I'm interested to see, if did they call a penalty? I thought I saw a flag.
They had multiple flags fly from, I think, every official as they're still continuing to discuss things.
I didn't see
at the logo.
Any face mask or anything.
I didn't see a face mask either.
I didn't see a horse collar, right? I don't know what I saw, but
the most important part of that collision is Matthias Brewster's going to be okay. It looks like he's walking off with really no limp. Maybe his neck is a little bit sore after that one, but good to see Brewster up on his feet walking towards the sideline.
Yeah, it was a big tackle here.
Sure was. So
1st and 10.
They give a 15-yard penalty assessed on the defense for a personal foul.
Got it.
So make it 1st and 10 on the 45. They'll go from the shotgun again. Blue looking for their first points of the day. Price the third, a toss to the left, cutting it back inside. And breaking one tackle was Thomas Ryu. And Thomas Silva. But too many white jerseys right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, of course we got the white on white.
Swarming to the football.
Sometimes you might think it's hard to see the jerseys, but we got this 30X, these Sony cams up here. We're working with some of the best of the best. Nice getting in there, good penetration.
So no gain on the play. Kenny Price the third takes it himself, looks for a block, gets to the 40, cuts it. It's good discipline there by the white defense. And it'll go down as a gain of 5 for Kenny Price the third. Design run the whole way with the quarterback. Well, 5-yard pickup will make it 3rd and 5 from the 40. Big play for the blue team. They want to get on the board.
So on a typical Saturday, that run probably gets broken out, but this is no typical day. This is the most important day of football for the youth in Colorado.
It's what they've been working towards,
and
too,
guess
right?
what? On that Saturday, some guy might not tackle you, but today there's so many good defenders on the opposite side of the ball.
Low snap handled by Kenny Price the third. Eyes are downfield. Completion. First down. Blue team. On the catch there is Sam Burney. Burney made the catch, and he was looking to burn it upfield. Turn and Burney.
Turn and burn. That's nice. Yeah. I think he almost did the opposite. He acted like he was going to turn and burn. Oh, kicked it out here, got open, nice.
Great job there by Price the third to keep his composure after that low snap. Picked it up, was poised the entire time, and he found his target, Burney, in the open field.
You know what else I liked about how he found the open space the receiver did there? He didn't run into where a bunch of jerseys were. He found a nice spot out there.
So gain of 10 on the play. Flag flies. And still going with the football is Amari Holloway. He stayed inbounds and took it a few extra yards after first contact. Now, Holloway's been impressive. He's got a lot of juice.
Yeah, he does. He's really exciting. He's just got the kind of like scat back little quick twitch kind of stuff going on, as well as I haven't seen him lose too many yards. Most of the gains he's had are positive or just zero, but he hasn't been getting caught in the backfield by the first tackler. So,
no, he has not. So the flag is on the defense. And Blue will keep it at the 20-yard line on the doorstep of scoring their first points of the day. Down 12-0, approaching the 4-minute mark in the first half.
Yeah, Holloway's got 44 yards, long of 17. Nice player. Blues knocking on the door here, and they need to. They're down 12.
So Kenny Price, the third, working from the gun. Holloway, the tailback. They toss it to Amari Holloway. Following blockers, Holloway across the 20, and he is stopped for a short gain of around 3. Nice patience there by Holloway.
Even a gain of 3, it takes it to, a shorter down and distance, which I think is what you want.
So 2nd down and 6, give Holloway a gain of 4 on that play. They'll work from the 16-yard line.
This is where having that high end zone cam comes in the building. Ladies and gentlemen, speaking of comes in, there's Mark Jackson in the building. Mark Jackson.
Back to throw. Kenny Price, the third, breaks a tackle, bounces it outside, hands out a stiff arm, and then is ran out of bounds, but not before he picked up a first down.
Blues got the mighty momentum on their
Price
side right now.
the third, making plays with his feet. Look at this, little stiff arm right there, stays in bounds. Jukes another one.
Stiff arm was nice. I don't know about that ball arm. He was holding that thing a little too loosely for my liking.
LaShawn McCoy status there. So first and goal from the 9 for Blue. Price the third takes the snap. We'll toss it to Holloway over his head, and the play is blown dead. Could have been disaster for Blue.
I thought that was a backwards toss. They called it incomplete.
Yeah, they blew it dead right away once it hit the ground.
Take a look here, see what we see. Looks like, isn't that a backwards pass? Plus, it looked like Holloway was thinking about picking that thing up and getting loose.
He definitely was. He was ready to run with the football.
Right. I mean, sometimes the crazy plays like that are the ones that, he was down. There you go. Knee was down. That's what it is.
Good call. And Holloway gets the football again on 2nd and goal, tries to break a tackle, and he is stood up at the 5. So we'll have 3rd and goal from around the 5-yard line. Gain of 4 there for Amari Holloway.
Huge couple plays coming up here.
Yeah, big play for Blue. Timeout called by the Blue team.
As we go to this timeout, we want to give a big shout out to our presenting sponsor today, our folks at Kingdom. That's right, Kingdom Sports Performance. I tell you what, this is the place you're going to want to send your kid if you're looking to get him faster, stronger, smarter, quicker, and just a better man overall. Talked to Joe Parker the other day at the duck races. Joe played college football up there at Wyoming. He's good friends with a guy named Josh Allen. And I tell you what, this is a guy you're going to want to send your kids to. So think about Kingdom if you're looking for the best place for your sports performance.
Yeah, I heard that Josh Allen guy's pretty good. MVP.
I was talking to Joe Parker, and I said, all the great quarterbacks, if you ask me, played baseball. And I started naming quarterbacks, and then I go, Josh Allen, I think he played baseball. And he goes, oh, Josh? Called him on a first-name basis. And I was like, he goes, yeah, Josh definitely played high school baseball. And I go, wait a minute, are you on a first-name basis with Josh Allen? He goes, yeah, he's my old roommate.
Wow. Oh, what a connection. So 3rd and goal. Price the third will hand off to Holloway, and he is stopped short of the goal line. Gain of maybe 2 on 3rd down.
First big 4th down of the game coming up here.
They try to pound it up the middle with Amari Holloway, and just too many defenders.
Well, that D-line is pretty stout. And then and so it's the O-line's job to try and move them out of the way. And when we're looking out there, we're seeing a bunch of big dudes. The one that keeps catching my eye, KB Brown, even though he wasn't in on that one, Khalil is quite a tough player. Less than 90 seconds to go here in the first half.
Yeah, absolutely. It's winding down. It's a huge play. 4th and goal from the 3-yard line, as Blue really wants to get some points up before the halftime break. Working from the gun is Price the third. He takes the snap himself to the right, breaks one tackle, cuts it inside. Price to the third to the goal line. Is he in? Oh, they're going to mark him just short at the 1. He is just short.
Is this coach's challenge
at the
time?
half-yard line.
Is it coach's challenge time? Are we getting a...
Blue thought it was a touchdown. The white sideline says, no, that's a goal line stand, baby.
Here, let's take a look at the replay here. This is where replay comes in super handy.
Oh, Price the third slips out of the first tackle. Now he really tries to fight his way across the goal line.
I don't know. That looks pretty
Did that
close
football
to me.
ever break the plane? I don't think it did. I don't think it ever broke the plane.
I wonder if our guy Dave got a sideline angle. Here's Dave on the sideline. Let's take a look here one more time. If we can
Great
get
shot
this.
here by Dave. This will really tell us from this angle. Oh,
Look at this,
getting
slowing it
physical.
down. Oh, boy.
I don't think there's any evidence that that football broke the plane.
Wow.
It's a great call by the officials.
How about Roy Gilbertson on the instant Roy play down there?
Oh, yeah.
That ball's now at the half-yard line looking at the Archuleta cam. Unbelievable.
So a goal line stand by the white team defense. Gets them the football inside the 1. See it right there on our shot? Inside the 1 yard line. So working from the gun there is the quarterback, Brady Boulder. And a safety is going to be called.
Here we go.
Tackle made in the end zone. Boulder had nowhere to go, and Blue is on the board. Give him 2.
Give them 2 points for
A
Blue.
safety.
They'll get the ball back, and I think they might have just made history. I don't know if we've had a safety yet in a Colorado Youth Football
Is that right?
Invitational.
First time?
I think this is our first safety. I could be wrong, but where are you supposed to go there?
Yeah, Kingston Luna actually got the handoff. It was tough for us to tell, and Lunsta just went backwards from there. Great job on the stop by Joshua Alvarez, number 21 for Blue. No, Alvarez gets the belt.
Yeah, Alvarez is a big, strong boy out there, too. I mean, some of these guys, you look at them and you go, yep, that's a 4th grader. And some of these guys, you look at them and you go, I'm sorry, that's a 4th grader? And I think I'm getting that feeling right now with Joshua Alvarez.
Yeah, pound for pound, he is a heck of a football player. Only at 4'6", 69 pounds. But you can tell, he can make a hit or 2.
Yeah, it's funny. When I was putting the rosters together, the parents would hit you up with something along the lines of like 4'6.5". You know, they're trying to put some .8s in there and some decimals, squeezing out every inch they can for their kids. And ton of fun to go through that and organize it.
You respect the hustle.
Great play in the end zone to get your team 2 points. What did you see there, and how were you able to make that tackle?
I was like mad because they didn't score the touchdown. They didn't like count out the touchdown, and then I just came at him and just tackled him.
Absolutely, great play, great play. And then, what did you eat for breakfast this morning that gave you so much energy?
I ate peanut butter with banana.
Peanut butter and banana, a lot of protein this morning. Nice, nice. All right, good play.
No, peanut butter and banana there for Alvarez. He's not just a cereal guy. He's more sophisticated, keeping it fresh.
That's like a Tom Brady avocado toast kind of thing. And
yeah.
I think there's a chance that
he's got his own personal trainer, I wonder, too.
For all the millions and millions of viewers we have, maybe that peanut butter and banana thing might take off.
Under a minute to go in the first half. Blue team football. Here's a toss out to the right for Espindola. Espindola spins off one man, and then he is tackled right at the 45-yard line, which was the original line of scrimmage. White team defense flying to the football, flying around out there.
Yeah, here, take a look at the replay.
So Espindola did a good job spinning off the first defender. And just too many hats in there for White.
Yeah, and I feel like even though Killian Maloney didn't make the tackle, he did do enough in there just to shake it up.
Stepping up and taking off is Tobias Montoya. Montoya to the outside the numbers, and he is going to be run out of bounds just shy of midfield. Gain of 3 for Montoya.
I guess the good thing is he got out of bounds. 16 seconds left on the clock here in the first half of the first game of the day. And the 4th graders are, they're starting to get in groove a little bit here. Notice you see a 2 on the scoreboard, right? The 2 is for the safety, just happened for those of you just tuning in.
So give them 3 yards, make it 3rd down and 7 from the 47. 16 ticks to go in this first half. Blue hoping for a big play and extend that lead. Tinsman on defense, hustling off the field. Montoya, the lefty, steps up. He'll use his legs. Montoya brought down right at midfield. As we wind down in the first half, that could be the final play of the half. And it will be. Clock hit 0, and it'll be a 12-2 lead for the blue team as we go into halftime here in the 4th grade game.
Here's a replay of the last play, yep.
Or 12-2 lead for the white team, I should say.
They moved to more of a pistol look. They look to more of a pistol. I think what we're going to want to do is we'll try and get a coach if we can for an interview. Otherwise, we definitely have our player intros, and we like to get you a chance to meet the players. And so for us, yeah, we'll do maybe a minute here talking, and then we'll send you back out to the kids. Alex, what'd you see in that first half?
So in the first half, I saw a couple big plays from the white team. Starting it off with Sam Price, catching the football in traffic, taking it all the way to the end zone for the first score. And then also for the blue team, they started to figure out towards the end of the half the snaps from center to quarterback, that they had more success running the football, but it did plague them in the first quarter.
Yeah, if not for that huge touchdown catch and run, it probably would be 6-2 right now. A lot of defense is what I'm seeing. I'm seeing, Roger Clemens versus Randy Johnson in a pitcher's duel. So all in all, great first half. A couple clunky things in the first quarter, maybe trying to figure out your formations and whatnot. But if you're the white team, you got to be pleased with the 12, and if you're the blue team, you can do better than 2. And now let's take it to halftime. You can meet the players for the 4th grade Colorado Youth Football Invitational.
My name is Aiden Salazar. I am a wide receiver and strong safety, and I want to give a shout out to my football team, Aurora Spartans Vegas Price.
My name is Kingston Luna. I play running back, and the club I want to shout out to is the Broomfield Football Club.
Hi, I'm Hudson Felker. I play linebacker and running back. I want to shout out to my club, Colorado Warriors.
My name is Avion Jones. My position is wide receiver, and my city is Colorado.
My name is Quincy Mamuzic. My position is running back, and I want to give a shout out to the Northern Crusaders. Hi, my name is Jaden Cifuentes, and I play defensive back, and shout out to Commerce City Raiders.
My name is Case Isaac. I play receiver and cornerback. I want to shout out to Junior Buffs, #Apex Eagles.
My name is Declan Camp. I play center, and I want to shout out Broomfield Wolverines.
My name is Titus Fouts, position D-tackle. My club, Arvada Panthers.
Hey, my name is Brady. My position is quarterback. I can play safety. Hey, shout out to the Eagles, Junior Bus. And that's it.
Hello, I am Luke Potachik. I play defensive end and offensive lineman. I would just like to thank the Colorado Raptors.
My name is Sam Price. I play wide receiver and running back, and I want to shout out to the Junior Buffs /Eagles.
Hi, my name is KB Brown. My position is linebacker, and I want to shout out Park Hill Pirates.
My name is Ashton Moore. I play quarterback and D-end, and I play for the Broomfield Wolverines.
Hi, my name is Easton Brown. I play slot receiver and safety, and I would like to shout out Arvada Panthers.
My name is Xavier Hollerberry, and I play running back. My city that I like to shout out is Dorian.
My name is Killian Maloney. I play linebacker and nose guard, and shout out to Cherry Creek Club Coach Nwicky.
My name is Braden Martinez, and I play cornerback and tight end. I am from Broomfield, Colorado, and I play for the Broomfield Blitz Wolverines.
My name is Benjamin McGee. I am a middle linebacker and tight end. And shout out to my parents.
My name is Jacob
My position is center, and my football team is Noka Lobos.
My name is Caden Lauk, and I'm an O lineman and D lineman, and I play for the Apex Eagles.
My name is Alfonso Aragon Jr. I go by AJ. My position is defensive end or center, and I'm going to shout out my school, Crown Point Academy.
My name is Colin Guerrero. My position is defensive end, and the club that I want to shout out is Valley Vikings.
My name's Hunter Tinsman. I play offensive defensive line, and shout out to Spartans.
My name's Amari Holloway, and I play running back and linebacker, and I want to give a shout out to Denver, Colorado.
My name's Vasily Espindola. I play running back and safety, and I'm from Grand Junction.
Quincy Osafawada, I play quarterback and D back, and Brimfield Blitz Wolverine. Shout out to Brimfield.
My name is Parker O'Quinn. I play wide receiver and defensive back, and I'd like to shout out Brimfield Blitz Wolverines.
Hi, my name is Wyatt Buckwood, and I play DB, and shout out to Pueblo County Yellow Jackets.
My name is Elion McKinney, and my positions are defensive tackle and left tackle, and I play for the Castle Rock Raptors.
My name is Toby Montoya, and my favorite position is linebacker and quarterback, and shout out Commerce City.
I'm Sam Burney. I play middle linebacker and wide receiver, and I play for the Panthers.
My name is Maverick Mendez, and my position is defensive back, and I represent Valley Vikings Youth Football Club.
My name is Kenny Price III, and my position is quarterback and DB, and I would like to shout out the Aurora Spartans Vegas Price. Ho, ho!
My name is Jackson Russell. My position is center, and my city, shout out to my city, Platteville. It's where I live.
All right, my name is Masai Johnson. I play receiver, and shout out to the Park Hill Pirates. My name is Lucas Myers. I play linebacker and running back, and I'd like to shout out Aurora Spartans, which is the team that I play for. My name is Joshua Alvarez, and the position that I play is wide receiver and defensive back. First and foremost, I'd like to thank God for helping me get here, and my parents. Second, I would like to thank the Mountain Lions and the Kingdom for helping me being a better player and a better person. My name is Henry, and my position is tight end and defensive end, and my team is the Spartans.
My name's Jaden Davis, and my favorite positions are running back and linebacker, and shout out to the South Jeffco Coyotes.
My name is Nolan Moyer. I play corner and center, and my school is GRE, Governor's Ranch Elementary.
My name is Johnny Mailo. My position is O-line and D-line. My city is Molokai in Hawaii. My name is Ryu Silva. I play middle linebacker and running back, and I'm representing my city from Hawaii, Honolulu.
My name is Steele William Maxwell Pennell. My favorite position is D-end, and shout out to the Aurora Spartans.
I'm Ron Lopez, and I play linebacker and quarterback, and I'd like to shout out to Durango, Colorado. Hi, my name is Holden Hamstra. I am tight end and middle linebacker, and my club is the Broomfield Wolverines. My name is Brody Bierbach, and my position is punter and D-end. My club is South Jeffco Coyotes.
My name is Santana Reyes. I am lineman, offensive lineman, and what school I go to is Van Arsdale, and club is Broomfield.
With Fitness Gallery, you can find the right equipment to work out on your schedule right from home. I have a true treadmill. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment you can buy. You can save up to 50% off.
You never regret buying quality. Visit Fitness Gallery to find the right equipment and get moving today.
Okay, cool.
And we are back live here in Boulder for the second half of the fourth grade game. Great first half for the white team, up 12-2. Big plays there from Sam Price on the touchdown, and then Kingston Luna taking one 72 yards to the house on a long touchdown run.
Yeah, as we look at the stat screen here, Kingston Luna leads all athletes with 77 yards, and he, like you said, bit off 72 of those in one play. When we interviewed Kingston on the sideline, he said, I don't think anyone can catch me. If I get that ball in open space, I don't think they're as fast as I am. And you know what? I think he might be right.
Said, well, I'm fast. And then once I get to the outside, man, good luck. Yeah. Lot of confidence in his speed, as he should. He's got game-breaking speed. And just the safety for the blue team at the towards the end of the first half for their only 2 points. So that's how we're at 12-2. It'll be blue team football to start in the second half, hoping to cut into that 10-point deficit that they're faced with right now. Loading up the left side. Got a couple receivers left. 2 in the backfield. We got a toss play. And lots of room to run. Breaking a tackle was Jaden Davis, number 23, at 4'6" and 75 pounds. Davis following his blockers.
There we go. First play of the second half.
Davis. Yeah, room to run right there, and took that defender a couple yards extra.
He was the one who kind of created the contact there. Sometimes you see the linebacker leaning the hit. It looks like the running back put the hit on him.
So pickup of 8 there for Jaden Davis. From the shotgun, here's another toss to the left. Stepping out of one tackle and then making a nice hit just shy of the 40 was the defender. That is Hudson Felker for the white team. So Felker in there to make this stop. 3rd and short coming up.
Felker got in there, and there's not much anyone could do. Once he got a grip and a rip on you, it was there's nowhere to go.
Well, 3rd down and 2 for the blue team from the 38-yard line. Rolling out to the right now, spinning away is Kenny Price III. Price III making a play with his feet. He's got himself a first down. Some magic in the backfield from the quarterback. Price III.
It's great running.
Extending the play. Looked like Russell Wilson in his younger days in Seattle.
Yeah, he did a nice job of not breaking contain, not breaking the pocket, still leaving the pass as an option. Maybe he's a passer right here, you think, and then smart enough to know that I only need 3 or 4 yards. Let's go get 5. Let's get another new set of downs, and let's move those chains.
At the 4th grade level, pretty much every quarterback is going to be a mobile quarterback. They can really make plays with their feet and extend plays, and that was evidence of it right there with Kenny Price III. Now handoff on first down. Right up the middle for a gain of a couple goes Henry Hughes.
Henry Hughes runs the ball too, huh?
I believe so, unless that was Jaden Davis again. Could have been 23.
Might have been 23.
Yeah, Davis actually. A Davis on the carry, second carry for him this drive. Gain of 2 there for Davis. So from their own 45-yard line.
Clock keeps ticking, though. I like that. Ball's moving, clock's ticking, trying to get a couple first downs. Doing it on the ground.
Single receiver left, 2-man to the right. Price looks right, scrambling, cuts it back to this side, and he can't get out of that tackle. Brought down for a loss. Nice tackle there. That was that was Alfonso Aragon Jr. Aragon Jr. coming up with the big stop.
That was a big stop, I tell you what.
Alfonso Aragon Jr. getting his hands around Price and not letting go.
AAJ with the big play.
Absolutely. Huge one for the defense. Makes it 3rd and 17 after the sack. A couple times the pocket breaking down on Kenny Price the third. He's having to make plays himself. Nice broken tackle there. Still with it. Just shy of the first down marker goes Jaden Davis. Good run there on 3rd and long. Davis gave it all he had. He comes up limping just a tad. But he needed about 17. He got around 15 yards.
Boy, that's a nice.
Well, 4th and 3. Look at that. Spinning off that defender goes Davis across midfield.
Looks like they're going to go for it here. And down 10, I think you're going to want to try and go for it. The field
Good
position
call.
isn't the worst. And I think they have good momentum going. But, yeah, this is a big 4th down, 4 yards to gain. If you can get 5, you get to keep going. If you get 3, you got to give them the ball.
So 4th and 4 from their own 49-yard line. Price the third from the gun. He looks right. The short pass wasn't there, and coming up for the sack from the blind side was Titus Fouts. That's Fouts, number 11.
Never a doubt when you're dealing with Fouts.
Oh, man.
Woo!
Fouts lowering the boom on 4th down. Results in a turnover on downs. Here's Titus Fouts from the blind side.
Yeah, Kenny Price, I think, thought he had some action on the left side, and then he found out that that's where Fouts is coming from.
Fouts around and find out.
Yeah, no, that's a big play on 4th down, too. That's a turnover on downs. Bit of a momentum killer. And this blue team, you know, their 2 points came from their defense. So their offense has put up 0 points. And, you know, you've seen great teams like the Ravens in the past, or those Tampa Bay Buccaneers, or any great defense, you know, the Legion of Boom or the no-fly zone, right? Those are teams that can win you a game by defense. But this blue team does need to get their offense going.
And they do need to get their act together on offense. And we have an illegal substitution there on the white team. Back them up 5. Make it 1st and 15 from the 49.
Still trying to figure out what the substitution pattern penalties are.
I've had a couple of those today.
Yeah, we have a, you know, kind of a hybrid set of rules between high school and the Saturday games that they play. But in this case, yeah, the substitution was found out to be illegal and 5-yard penalty.
From the shotgun is the white team. Quick pass, knocked down. And once again, that is Thomas Silva. Ryu Thomas Silva once again. He's been everywhere today.
Here, RTS does a nice job there.
Saw the screen come and read it like a book. And he's kind of upset at himself he didn't have an interception. Would have been a pick 6 likely.
Well, and those are the ones, too, when you're a defensive guy where your reactions just take over and you catch it. Sometimes when it's so easy, you drop it because you're a defender. You're not an offensive guy. But in that time, it's one of those where you just, oh, look what I found, and he almost found himself with a pick 6.
2nd and 15. There's a draw play, and the blue team all over that one. No room to run at all for the back, Xavier Halliburton.
Yeah, and again, I mean, in this 4th grade game, the O-lines on both sides of the ball are having a difficult time stopping the front sevens. Both of these front sevens. Look at the
yeah, no doubt about it. You see blue winning at the line of scrimmage on that play.
Yep, and you know, there's no crazy defenses you can do out here, guys. There's no blitzing allowed. The most you can, you know, send is 4, I believe. I don't think you can send a 5th guy.
Can only bring 4, huh?
You can't even line 5 up on the line. So it's meant to be designed for less kind of trickeration on defense than offense. But
sure.
You know what usually works on defense is being big and tough and strong and smart.
No doubt about it.
The team is doing that.
I mean, the Eagles, they didn't really blitz in the Super Bowl. They were still able to win.
Yeah, they
and get all kinds of pressure.
You know, Broncos fans loved that one.
Wide open there is the intended receiver. He couldn't quite find the football. So Ashton Moore threw it up for his man who never was able to fully locate the football.
Boy, how does he get so wide open?
Yeah, all alone there was Case Isaac, number 6.
I mean, and that was a design play. I think 6 should have known he was going to be that open. You know, they faked it to you, making you look like Sam Price was going to get that thing. Jumped up, did the fake like snap over his head thing. Everyone caught attention to him. Wide open guy streaking deep. Just couldn't spin that ball properly. Get that pitch and catch. That would have been a huge turn of events for the white team. Already up 10 points.
Yeah.
But if blue was to give up a quick 6 right there, that would have been tough sledding for sure.
Oh, extremely. Yeah, that would have put you down. Well, 3 scores really. So fortunate to have the football back is Blue. Down by 10. Can they finally get something cooking on offense? You know, they got Holloway back out there at running back. Also in the backfield is Maverick Mendez, number 10. So it's the lefty back at quarterback, Tobias Montoya, at 4'8" and 80 pounds. And a timeout is called by the offense. Blue will use their first timeout of the half.
Hey, going into this timeout, yeah, I want to talk about the guys at Sports Reels. My guy Ryan, DJ are in town. They do a great job of getting you ready and your kid ready for the next level, whatever that is for you. If you're in 4th grade and you're trying to make one of these, send your stuff out to Ryan and those guys at Sports Reels. They cut it up for you. They do the highlight. They magnify your kid. They make your kid look like LaDainian Tomlinson. They make your kid look like he's Ed Reed. So if you're looking to kind of take your footage and bring it to the next level, bring it to the guys at Sports Reels.
Okay, 7:15 left in the third quarter. Blue football down by 10. Montoya, the quarterback. Trouble with the exchange. Holloway picks it up. By that time, the defense was right there in the backfield. Hudson Felker once again on the tackle.
Felker's a handful, I tell you what. And when we talk about the O-lines not stopping the penetration, that's one thing. But the other thing about the O-line is we're not getting the quarterback-center exchange as good as we could be. That ball's a little hard to hand off, kind of hits the ground. Holloway's doing all he can there, but
yeah, that time the quarterback and running back exchange, and now another run play. Positive yardage for Blue team, but they still got their work cut out for them here on 3rd down. Amari Holloway getting the carry on 2nd.
Okay.
So brings up 3rd and 7 from the 28.
They bunch it in so the defense can bunch in too. There's not a bunch of guys out wide. There's not much action there, but
Holloway across the 30. Holloway handing out a stiff arm, and he's going to be stopped about 3 yards short of the line to gain. He was gang tackled there by the white defense after picking up a couple.
Yeah, we've seen the white offense kind of spread them out a lot, and we've seen the blue offense kind of tighten them up a lot. And so with 4th and 4 here, you know, getting late in the game, it's getting late kind of early for the blue team, as the great Irv Brown would say. Looks like they're going to go for it and try and at least get 5 yards here.
Yeah, you can see the clock ticking there in the lower left-hand corner at 5.5 minutes right now. Huge play. 4th and 4 for the blue team. Montoya will check the wristband, whistle, and another timeout will be used by Coach Startzer.
Yeah, it's that 2, man. They got to get that 2 off the board, this blue team does. I'm not sure how they're going to do it, but I do think when you're looking at this kind of moment in the game, I like the idea of what white team just did when they got a guy wide open. A quick pump fake to a wide receiver, and then send the slot receiver up the seam. I just think, you know, remember, these are 4th graders. They can't throw the ball 40 yards. They probably can't throw the ball 20 yards. Hey, guys, big shout out to Game Day Kicking. We got some footage to show you guys later. But I tell you what, a couple years ago I tried kicking, and it didn't go very well.
It didn't go so well.
And then I met a guy named Dean Faithful. And boy, I tell you what, I'm faithful to Dean now from here on out, because he taught me a thing or two about a thing or two. Just yesterday, I was out here on the field at the ITF, and boy, do we have some footage for you guys.
Oh, boy. I don't know if I want to see that.
It's fun to watch. It's candy for the eyes. And it's a story of determination and never giving up.
True.
If I would have just given up after that first terrible kick in the Broncos facility, you know, where would I be today? Maybe not even up here on this island floating in the sky of wobbliness.
So 4th and 4 out of the timeout. Design run for Tobias Montoya. He's got himself a first down. Montoya across the 35, and Blue extends the drive. Good play call out of the timeout by Coach Startzer. Design run for his lefty quarterback. Montoya able to find a crease and pick up the first.
Sometimes you try and get a first down with your brains, and sometimes you try and get it with your brawns. And I like how that was just a toughness play. And And even Coach Starts, when we interviewed him at the duck races, he made it pretty clear that you want to find out who your dudes are early and get them the rock in the best ways you can.
You know, Startzer won his game last year in the 5th grade game, so he is 1-0 as a head coach in this youth football invitational. Montoya calls his own number once again, slips through one tackle, and then a whole host of white defenders converge to make the stop. So Coach Startzer, he's just trying to get it done any way he can, and if it's running with the quarterback Montoya, he's going to do that.
I mean, there's not many drives for either of these teams where there's been multiple first downs.
Right. It has been tough sledding. The defensive fronts have been
just
fierce. Getting all kinds of pressure all day long.
I mean, the front sevens, and they're not blitzing. Like we said, they're not lining up too many guys. You can only send 4.
A whistle before the snap, and Blue will use their 3rd timeout of the drive. So we have 4:18 left in the 3rd quarter. Blue with another timeout called. See, look at some of the Blue sideline there. Oh, yeah. Show it off, Tank. That's Santana Reyes, number 99 for the Blue team.
Yeah, no shortage of grown men trying to help these young boys turn into young men. I love to see the coaches. Remember, these guys are 100% volunteers. Okay, so sure we got Ben Startzer and Coach Q, but they brought all of their staff with them, and they're out here, and you can see there's not one coach that's sitting there twiddling their thumbs. Huge shout out. We're happy to have Coach Q here with us. He is a QB specialist, but in today's event, it's just been hard to get anything going.
So out of the timeout, 2nd down and 10. Blue using 3 timeouts on this drive. Montoya will toss, and a great play here. Thomas Ryu,
Did you see
or Thomas
play?
Silva.
That was like a little shovel pass.
Yeah, Ryu Thomas Silva getting the shovel pass. He was lined up on the right side. And some trickery there from Coach Startzer. I guarantee they discussed that one during the timeout.
Love that. 1st and 10, another first down. We talked about just trying to get multiple first downs.
And that's Sam Price on the tackle for the white defense. So
And
Price doing it on both sides of the ball.
I definitely remember last season just watching Coach Starcher's offense and thinking to myself, this is fun to watch. And I think, as hard as it is with 3 practices in 24 hours to implement your game plan, I also think that, man, they do a good job of it. And when it hits, it hits.
It hits. Big play gives them a first down after a gain of 9 there by Ryu Thomas Silva. Fake, reverse, flag comes out. Here is Quincy Asovo-Ata. Asovo-Ata into the open field. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown, Blue team. Quincy Osafa-Ata.
Is it going to stand?
That's the question. The flag came out at the very onset of the play, thrown by the official on the near sideline.
They might call a little
false start
here.
Or
something. I'm not sure.
It was a great reverse, though. Osafa-Ata coming from the right side. Turns it hard upfield, cuts it back. And he was gone, but it is going to be coming back. Penalty on the offense. The long touchdown wiped out.
Hate to see it. Yep, little false start there.
Yeah, would have been a 53-yard score there for Osafa-Ata.
Hate to see it. Tough to see it. Isn't that the way it goes, though? Murphy.
That sure is the way it goes.
Murphy wrote a whole book of laws, and that's one of them. Once you get if they didn't have a false start, they probably would have got a 5-yard gain. But instead, there's a 5-yard penalty taking away a 50-yard gain.
It just hasn't gone a Blues way today. I mean, they're still trailing by 10, just over 3 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. It seems like what could go wrong has gone wrong for them is we had another timeout on the field. This one called by the defense.
Tell her to stop the clock.
Clock running here.
Okay.
So 2:48 left in the 3rd. Interesting white call in the timeout that time after they had the big touchdown taken back. These Startzer trying to fire up his guys.
Starcher's a cool dude, man. He's funny. Like, look at, you can just see he's having a good time. He's enjoying it. He's like, and he's teaching these kids valuable lessons. And I remember just interviewing him at the Platte River Bar and Grill down there on South Santa Fe. And he's just got like a jolliness to him, but you know he's got an edge to him too. He's a great dude. He's Northfield is very lucky to have him, and Denver's very lucky to have him here in the area.
No doubt about it. He's doing a great job along this near sideline. And same with Coach Rogers too, making his coaching debut in the CYFI and his team up 10.
Well, and good for Coach Rogers too. That was a slow start for the white team. They went backwards, 2 drives in a row.
The Montoya reverse once again. Same guy, Quincy Asafo Ata. And who is that? It is Felker. Oh, man. Hudson Felker. Guy's playing to the whistle. Felker, he is all of 4'3", but I mean, he plays, his heart's bigger than anyone else's on the field right now. I mean, he is coming up, sticking his nose in there and making big tackles.
Right. Sometimes you run your play, and sometimes you maybe want to run it the opposite direction because you want to go away from the guy.
Yeah.
And that's Felker's a guy I'd want to go away from, not towards.
2nd and 13 after a gain of 2. Here's a run for Montoya, brought down from behind. Big tackle there that is made by number 25, Killian Maloney. Maloney at 4'10" and 85 pounds, bringing down Tobias Montoya from the backside. Loss of 2, so it's back to a 3rd and 15. And play there by Maloney.
Yeah, a lot to like about that play. A lot of energy on this white defense. No shortage of energy, and then they make the effort. They got the enthusiasm, and then they execute.
So a couple personnel changes for the blue offense before this 3rd and long. Montoya back to throw. It's going to be caught there just shy of midfield and tackle made right away. Good stop made by Salazar after the reception by Masai Johnson.
Haven't seen him pass in a while.
Yeah.
Haven't seen the blue team pass. They've been really run heavy lately. Lefty quarterback spins a nice one. Nice pitch, nice catch. Really great replay there.
Good delivery on the ball from Montoya. So 4th and 10, blue offense staying out there. They're going to go for it. They already got a 4th down on this drive. It was 4th and 4 as Montoya loads it up. Got a man down there. Catch is made at the 32. Quincy Osafa Ata with the huge reception on 4th and 10. The drive continues, and we saw, maybe heard one of the loudest cheers we've heard in this game.
That was by far the biggest play of the second half. Great throw by the lefty.
Yeah, Montoya loads it up.
Wide open receiver. And then how big are your eyes getting when you see that ball coming to you and you know you get a chance to make a diving play? Incredible start to finish. What a play.
So Osafa Ata comes up with a huge play on 4th and 10. New set of downs from the white 34-yard line. Montoya outside the pocket. Montoya using his feet. Felker chasing from behind. Salazar makes the stop along with Declan Camp. Oh, Declan Camp and Salazar combined on the hit of Montoya, who is down on the field at the 32.
Take a look here on the tackle here. I feel like he goes down and he lands kind of funny, either on his elbow, maybe just landed on his elbow, kind of a bruise type deal, or might have landed on his mask, on his face mask. So
and see Salazar get him by his lower half, and then cleaning up top was Camp.
Yeah, I mean we earlier on the blue team saw Matthias Brewster kind of have to stumble off too. Haven't seen him back yet, so good to see Montoya get up. And that's the end of the third quarter.
We have hit the end of the third quarter. No points there, Coach G, in the third. Defensive stalwart. And a 10-point game as we go into the fourth. But the good news is for the blue team, they are driving. Got a huge 4th and 10 couple plays ago. And maybe they can cut the deficit if they can finish off this drive.
Yeah, I mean, for all the action that we had in that third quarter,
no points to show for.
To think that, 0 points for either team were put on the board. 1 touchdown was taken away on a tough false start infraction there. But, but you know what? I mean, a lot of action, much more first downs, and we're starting to see as we look at our scoreboard here, a lot more on the positives for our guys. Holloway's got 59 yards. Kenny Price has rushed for 14. Ryu Thomas Silva, we know he's a nice little player, 20 yards for his rush.
Right.
And then, of course, we have Kingston Luna with the biggest play of the day, the 72-yard touchdown run.
Only 2 carries for him, but 77 yards on the ground. So we'll have 2nd and 10 for the blue team on the white, 33. Start of the 4th quarter here in Boulder of the 4th grade game. Toss play to the right. Thomas Silva, and he is brought down around the ankles. Tackle on the play made by number 20, Xavier Halliburton.
Nice tackle in the backfield by Halliburton there. It was almost like a bit of a shoestring tackle, but it was one of those where easily the running back could have got loose here. Look at that nice little boom, tackle, grab, and don't release.
Right,
Great job there.
Thomas Silva's dangerous. He can break those tackles, pick up some extra yardage. So 3rd and 12. Price the third, back to throw, loads it up. Osafa Ata can't come up with the catch this time. They went right back to him in single coverage, and he almost made another great catch. And had the look they wanted. Pretty good throw there by Kenny Price the third.
Yeah, take a look at this spinner. Spins it in there nicely. Thought there might have been a little, I don't think there was any sort of interference. Catchable ball, and one of those where, man, you wish you had that one over if you're the wide receiver.
Yeah, that would have been two great catches on the drive from number 2, Osafa Ata.
Looks like coach is taking a timeout over there. That's the Montbello head coach.
Yeah, blew out of timeout, so
Quentin
the white
Rogers,
defense.
They call him Coach Q. So in
Coach
the building
Q.
right now, we've got a Coach Z. We know that. Zarek Martinez, he's the brains and the brawn behind the operation, along with the Unruh family and, of course, his beautiful wife, Mandy. They work so hard to make this happen. We've got Coach G.
Yes.
That's me, guys. And if you don't believe me, I've got a CYFI shirt that says Coach G right here that was given to me last year. And now we've got Coach Q to welcome to the family.
Wow,
Coach
starting
Rogers.
to fill out the alphabet here.
So, yeah, I mean, maybe we get Coach K in here from the Duke Blue Devils. That'd be a good one to probably add. And then, boy, let's see who else. Coach Mack.
Coach Mack.
Yeah, Coach Mack. Rest in peace. We love Coach Mack. I got to take a great tour today. Huge thanks to Danielle for, just running the facilities here. Her and Alex have been doing such a great job. But I tell you, Danielle took us on an amazing tour. We got to go down in the hallways through here. We got to see all the words on the walls. We got to see all the legendary folks. And for me, I had to stop and pause and just look at Coach Mack and
take it all in.
I'd look at, they got this Coach Prime right next to Coach Mack, and it says coaching excellence, and I felt it.
So here we go, 4th down and 12 for the blue team. They need it. Kenny Price the third breaks the pocket. He will tuck it and run at the 30. Price the third at the 25, and he's brought down, I think, just shy of the marker, looking like a turnover on downs. Price the third did all he could to pick up that first down, but stopped just shy of the marker. And white team will get the football on downs. Here's a look at it. So he breaks the pocket, tucks it, heads upfield. Good hustle there by Avion Jones, number 3. Jones able to take a good angle on the quarterback, Price the third.
Hey, let's go down to Nigel here on the sidelines. Nigel, you're on the blue sideline right now. What's the feel over there? They got 2 points, and it only came from the defense.
They still feel confident. I can't lie. They're trying to run the ball, especially on the left side. I think they're seeing something that they might like on that left side. And they've had some successful plays. We saw that amazing catch by number 2, but obviously weren't able to finish that drive. So that didn't help, but they're still definitely encouraged, no doubt.
Beautiful. Thanks for the update. We'll check back within a little bit, okay?
All right, sounds good.
How fun is that? We got the earpiece in our sideline guy, so he's, we try and get better every year just like the kids do, and I feel like, man, I got this camera right here I'm running, and we got this nice monitor over here. We got all sorts of sweet stuff, and we even brought in Big Dave. Big Dave, he's got 15, 20 years experience doing this kind of stuff.
He knows what he's doing.
But we kept Roy on the instant Roy play. I mean, the Coach GTV family is strong and proud, and look at us getting better each year just like these kids.
The White with the football, back up 10:42 to go, and a tackle made in the backfield by the blue team.
It's an interesting time in the game if you're Coach Q. Do we run the ball? Do we chop the clock off, or do we try and get first downs and keep the possession? Running the clock, right? It's going to take another 30 seconds before they go again. So, you wonder, are we running this clock out or are we trying to get first downs? Maybe a little bit of both, but Coach Q, he's a QB whisperer.
He sure is. Yeah, I think right now, at least based on that first down play, he's going to chew some clock, burn a lot of it off. They got a comfortable lead as it is. But maybe once in a while they'll take a deep shot down the field. You have Sam Price when you have him. He can make a big play at any point. Here's the second down and 20. Run up the middle with Kingston Luna. Not a whole lot of room there. In on the stop for the blue team was Nolan Moyer, number 27.
Good job by Moyer. Good job by Blue.
And Reyes as well on the stop.
You got to slow down Luna. We saw what happens to Kingston Luna if he finds a little extra grass. He's hard to catch. He's hard to get down. So you got to get to him early or else he's going to get to you often.
Just a gain of 1 here from Luna. See Santana Reyes, 99 in there along with Moyer.
Fifth graders are starting to walk in the building here. Fifth grade red getting a little loose on the sidelines. Fifth
I
grade
like those red jerseys too.
It'll be a lot of fun. Red is popping. Yep, we go red for the 5th and 7th grade games, and then blue for the 4th, 6th, and 8th, and of course always a white team. So
3rd and 18. Pass up for grabs. It's intercepted by Blue. Vasily Espindola comes away with the INT. Huge play for the Blue defense.
And that's the give and take. That's the give and take between trying to maybe, slow the game down, chew some clock, or get a first down. I think the 9-yard loss really hurt them on first down and then put them in a tough position where you have to pass.
See this pass from Ashton Moore, a little bit underthrown, and Espindola says, I'll take that. Goes up and high points the football for the INT.
I feel like, that ball just was supposed to stay in the air a little longer and a little further, but it just kind of came down right at the end, just shorter than kind of lost its spin.
But a huge play from Espindola. Blue will get the football at the 27-yard line. 9 minutes to go, down by 10. You got to convert that turnover into points now.
Coach starts. I wonder what he's got up his sleeve here. I tell you, if you can just get 6 points, you don't even got to worry about the extra point or any of that stuff. If you can get 6 points in the next couple minutes, then it's going to put a lot of pressure on white team. And we know that the defense for the blue team is up for the challenge.
All right, after this play, we'll go down to Nigel for the interview. Here's the first play after the interception. Montoya will throw off the hands of his receiver, Johnny Milo. We got Nigel down on the field with big number 1, Vasily Espindola.
Vasily, you made a great play on that interception. How were you able to catch that?
I was worried that he was going to throw it farther instead of shorter, but when I saw it in the air, I know that was mine.
Nice. And then what did you eat for breakfast this morning?
I ate pancakes and bacon.
Pancakes and bacon down here. Okay, nice. Back to you, Jeff.
All righty. Thank you, Nigel.
First bacon shout out for those of you keeping track at home. Last year we had a pretty obvious correlation that if you eat bacon, there's a good chance you're going to get interviewed.
Wow. So Vasily Espindola, pancakes and bacon, that's the fuel he needed to make that big play on defense. And he said exactly what we were talking about, that I think he anticipated a further pass, made the adjustment. They go right back to the big man, Johnny Milo. Football, white team on it. So Milo made the catch this time, but then he put it on the ground. White punches the football out, and they recover the fumble.
Oh, my goodness. What a crazy turn of events
Big
there.
play for the defense.
We just got done interviewing the one kid about the interception, and 2 plays later, we'll find ourselves with the ball hitting the turf. Let's take a look at the replay here. Great little pitch and catch, wide open.
So Milo makes the catch.
Like a tight end.
And then boom.
7.
Jaden Fuentes. C. Fuentes.
CC, Senor, I love that. C.
Oh,
Fuentes.
man, C.
More like A. Fuentes. That's A+ work.
Thank you. Yeah, wow. Oh.
Thank you, my friends. Beautiful replay. I'm starting to wonder what Roy Gilbertson had for breakfast the way this guy's working so hard. I'm guessing bacon. And if I had
Only
to guess,
fitting.
If I had to guess the name of the pig, I would guess his name is Chris P. Bacon or Kevin.
Kevin Bacon. There you go.
Yeah, Kevin.
I like that flex from Xavier Halliburton, too. He got his hand on the football after Roy ran the Roy play. Right. And Halliburton was the one to force it. And he gave him a nice flex right after. Big play for the defense.
Yep, there's the force guy and then there's a recovery guy. Need them both if you're going to get the turnover.
So Price goes in motion. They slip it to him on the jet sweep. Double reverse with the football at the 20, but the blue defense does not wilt. Nice tackle made. Good stop by Jaden Davis. Jaden Davis coming up with the tackle.
Speaking of Jaden's, did you see Jaden Daniels last night? Was he sitting?
He was with Juju Watkins. Yeah, him and his mom right next to Juju Watkins.
And they switched seats? Did they switch seats?
I think so. Power move.
Now, next question. Last question about Jaden and Juju. Did they get on the kiss cam?
I don't think they did.
TBD on
Fortunate for both of them. You don't want an awkward moment with all cameras on you. I don't know. I don't know if Jaden's in the friend zone or what the deal is, but yeah, good for them.
Look at Coach Z working over here. He's going sideline to sideline, making sure everyone's having a good time.
Always rocking that fit, too.
Coach Z is the guy. He's the guy that really glues this thing together. He brings the coaches. He brings the players.
So 2nd and 15. Here's a run right up the middle, breaking one tackle, and then stop short of the 25. Halliburton on the carry. Bernie on the stop for the blue defense.
Great work by Bernie.
Xavier Halliburton gets through the first level, and then Bernie comes up to get the pads down, make the tackle.
Princeton Sanders down below, warming up for the 5th grade game right here below us, number 10 on the red team. Not Deion Sanders related, not Shiloh Sanders related, Emmanuel Sanders related. But yesterday in the building,
I thought it was Barry, but
yesterday in the building we had Shadur in the morning, Shiloh in the afternoon, and Emmanuel was here all day. It was a good day to be a Sanders yesterday here in Boulder.
No doubt about it. No shortage of Sanders.
The Sanders is.
Yes. 3rd and 11
Shout out
for the white team.
There.
From the gun is the quarterback, Brady Boulder. Boulder looking left. He'll throw a fade, but nobody home at the 38-yard line. Boulder was expecting Price to go deep, and now they're looking at each other with their palms in the air. Not quite on the same page. See those two, they're talking it over right now. Boulder was expecting Price to run the fade. He ran the dig, and it ends up in an incompletion.
It looks like White's going to get rid of the ball, give it back to Blue here. And so
Blue will get the football back. Stop the clock. There we go. 6:23 left. And they are still down by a score of 12-2. We've had a total combined 0 points.
Hey, let's give a shout out to our guys at Kingdom Sports Performance. Right here in town on the south side, not too far away from you. Most of the kids that we talked to that have worked with Joe Parker and his crew there at Kingdom, they just mentioned how much better they've gotten since they spent time in that gym. Whether it's velocity, strength, speed, or smarts, they do it all, and they do it better than anybody. Go check them out. KNGDM, Kingdom Sports Performance.
There's a great shot of the sideline here.
Starting to fill
up.
The
blue team, yeah. See the red team, the 5th graders getting ready for their football game coming up in just a little bit.
White team's definitely congregating there down on the other 10-yard line.
That kid's getting a lot bigger as we go along. Here's a deep ball, got a man down there, passes almost caught there. Osafa Ata almost had another great catch. And, once he proved to make that catch on that 4th and 10 play, they've gone back to him on 2 deep balls.
Yeah, Osafa Ata is a nice player. He's the kind of guy that, as a quarterback, you just like to have him on your team. Easy to look for.
Ooh, almost pulled it in.
Just
see him juggle that at the end.
Good defense there by the boys.
See, there he is right there on the right side of the line, on the perimeter. Whistles right before the snap. 6:14 on the clock. A false start is going to be called on the offense. So from their own 47-yard line is the blue team. Good shot of the CU indoor facility. See the wall of honor for the track and field in the lower right. But, yeah, SCO Buffs.
Yeah, we're gently positioned right between Michael Westbrook and Paul Richardson on their wall of fame.
2 great receivers, and that one incomplete. 2 guys battling for the football on the screen. and it falls incomplete harmlessly.
Almost intercepted there,
Yeah.
actually. It looked like maybe going to be a catch, and then as they're rolling around, it looked like might have been an interception.
So here's a look at it.
Well, Tim Tebow jump throw there.
Yeah, off balance there from Kenny Price III.
I haven't seen one of those since the Gainesville days.
So 3rd and 15 for Blue. Kenny Price III, the quarterback. A tailback behind him. And 3 receivers. More whistles before the snap. We'll have our second false start of the series. So Blue not doing themselves any favors. Make it 3rd and 20 from the 42.
Yeah, Blue just, they haven't quite been able to break the big playoff, and they also haven't quite been able to, I don't know, just kind of keep the momentum on their side. They've had big momentum plays, but they haven't been able to stack them up.
3rd and 20, under 6 to go. Some room to run. Xavier Halliburton. And we have another flag come out after the play. That was actually on the carry. That was Jaden Davis. Got an illegal block in the back on the offense. Penalty will be declined by Coach Rogers.
Oh, yeah, there's that block in the back there early, but, it's a lot of these are, kind of 50-50s. Could you call it, could you not? They're 4th graders, so we know they're not going to be super crisp, but these are the crispest 4th graders in the state of Colorado, that's for sure.
Yeah, no doubt about that. They're here for a reason. 4th and 15. 5:38 to go in the 4th. Price the 3rd. Got some real estate in front of him. Crosses the 45-yard line and then tackled by 2 defenders at the 43. He'll be shy of the line to gain by 4 yards. And White will get the football.
Great defense there. A bit of a prevent defense. We'll give you 10, but we won't give you 20.
Yep.
A lot of times White hasn't even allowed them to get 10.
Exactly,
right?
yeah.
So for
right.
them to
bend but don't break.
You could see that the prevent defense was just kind of meant to make sure they are prevented from getting the 20 yards.
Give a shout out to Xavier Halliburton as well. He's been a very nice player in this game. Coming up at the end.
Getting to about 5.5 minutes left in the first game of the day. Keeping pretty good time, too. Yeah, as you can see, folks are coming in, and man, it's fun. Right in between about the 5th and the 6th grade game is where it starts to get fun, yeah. But next game will start at 10:30, right? Try and have about 15 minutes between games if possible.
Okay.
But if you only have like 10 minutes, I think that we're starting on time for these games today. We can't be here all night.
Kids got to be stretched out, ready to go, get their warm-ups in quickly and ready to ball. Of course, being that young, you don't need as much stretching as us old folks do, old heads. Ashton Moore, rush coming, throws it up for grabs. And this one is it incomplete or intercepted? Yeah. Incomplete, hit the ground. They wanted a catch. I think is that Davis again? Or no, 21 for Blue. We're looking at Joshua Alvarez. Did Alvarez catch this football? He may have.
He may have. What's the flag, though? Oh, flag going backwards anyway. Let's see the catch one more time here.
See Alvarez. He took a pretty good lick.
No, it's on the ground right there.
Oh, it did hit the ground, yeah. He tried to sell it the best he could.
That's okay. It's a competitive spirit in us all.
So results in an incompletion. But the blue team defense will accept the penalty. So I think we're looking at 1st and 15. Yep, from the 38. 5:23 left in the 4th. All defense in the second half. No points.
No points
from either team.
And the only points that the blue team have came from defense.
Yeah.
And even one of the interceptions led to a short field for white team to score their first touchdown. So, yeah, defense has been key, and no shortage of it here with these 4th grade All-Stars.
All right, see if White can do anything with the football. They'll run a sweep for Price, and he's dropped for a loss. Price is brought down in the big backfield. Bringing the hammer was Henry Hughes.
Henry the Hammer Hughes, we call him. We just invented that right now, but I tell you what, that was like a Thor hammer, that one right there.
Boom. Price is down on the field after the tackle by Hughes. Big hit there by Henry.
Yeah, there's just...
able to shed the blocks, get in the backfield, and make a big hit on maybe the most explosive player for the white team.
Fitness gallery. Yeah, I think.
So we got a little break in the action after Sam Price took the hit from Hughes.
Let's go hear what our guy Terrell Davis has to say.
TD.
So a little technical difficulty there with the audio, but I tell you, Terrell did have something to say, and we want you to hear it. That's a fact.
An absolute legend in this town.
Hi, I'm Terrell Davis, two-time world champion and Pro Football Hall of Famer. There is nothing more important than your health. Shop Colorado's largest selection of quality fitness equipment. With Fitness Gallery, you can find the right equipment to work out on your schedule right from home. I have a true treadmill. It's the smoothest and quietest I've ever been on.
We have the nation's lowest prices on the best equipment you can buy. You can save up to 50% off.
You never regret buying quality. Visit Fitness Gallery to find the right equipment and get moving today.
Okay, recording.
Under 5 minutes here in the fourth quarter.
Yep. So good news is Sam Price is okay. He was able to not only walk off, but I think he jogged off the field under his own power. So he'll likely be back in the game shortly. 2nd and 20 for the white team. There's a draw. Room to run for Halliburton, and he is tackled right at the 40. Yeah, Parker O'Quinn and others bring him down.
Nice play by Parker O'Quinn.
Yeah, O'Quinn, I think first time maybe we've said his name, but he closed the gap quickly. Sideline to sideline there for O'Quinn. 4 minutes and counting in the fourth quarter. Here's a look at it. Yeah, O'Quinn with a little bit of help from Maverick Mendez. It is 3rd and 13. Look at the down marker. White taking some time off the clock. 3:40 as they are still in their huddle, looking towards the sideline at Coach Rogers. A full day of football here in Boulder, 4th grade through 8th grade. We're just getting going in game number 1 with the 4th graders. So after Coach Rogers let the play clock wind all the way down, he'll call a timeout with 3:20 left.
Yeah, the center field umpire here was about to throw the flag for
He was ready, yeah. He was locked and loaded.
He had him on delay of game there call, and sure enough, the timeout got in just in time.
Yeah, I mean, Coach Rogers knew what he was doing.
I got to tell you what, I really like what Coach Rogers has been doing here with his team. Defensively, they're sharp, and then offensively, they haven't done anything to hurt themselves other than that those first 2 drives didn't go all that great. But he's really done a nice job of keeping his own composure, of course, but also making sure his kids keep their composure.
100%. Yeah, I really like what Coach Rogers has done in his CYFI coaching debut.
Wow.
Just as Coach Startzer did last year, got a win in his debut. Rogers, if this lead will hold, he'll be 1-0.
Maybe this is the battle for I-70, right? The Northfield guys are in the I-70 corridor there.
Now we're talking.
Just north of I-70, and then you get to Montbello, right at the Chambers, kind of Peoria exits there, and you're north of I-70. Maybe we make these guys like a belt for themselves, for the coaches, the war on I-70.
Yeah, absolutely. A good friend of ours, Justin Adams, a proud Montbello alum there,
Shout
the
out
Warriors,
Justin
JA.
Yeah. One of the GOATs.
So 3rd and 13 after the timeout. Wide with the football. Boulder will throw it up. Got a man open off the hands of his intended receiver, Quincy Mazmusic.
Ah, shoot.
There was a flag that came out on the onset of the play as well at the 39. Thrown by the side judge.
Boy, same deal. It's that fake pump. It's worked twice.
Mazmusic, off the fingertips.
It's
and
worked.
incomplete.
Look they just faked that to Price. Great job, Price, selling it too, It's almost like the snap went over my head. I'm the quarterback. I don't know what I'm doing. And then, sure enough, someone else has it or the Wildcat.
So we'll get a blue football. Still down 10. Take a look at some of our sponsors.
Colorado beef. I tell you what, man. Not only is Colorado known for their football, right, like as we get to see right here, but Colorado's known for their beef.
Their beef?
It's beef.
It's beef.
We grow beef a little different here up at altitude, and the folks at Colorado Beef make sure you're getting the best cuts of red meat on your plate. You get your peaches down in Georgia, you get your beef in Colorado. That's what Bieber taught me. Colorado beef, baby.
We do it right here. Colorado beef. Also Sports Reels, Gridiron, Elite Apparel, Game Day Kicking, Fitness Gallery.
The football prep too. You should see all the footballs here.
So the white team not ready to go on defense. Blue just snapped it before white could get in position. Here's Montoya outside the numbers. Montoya breaks one ankle tackle and then finally to the turf after 4 yards.
I think the officials have had enough with the
long huddles.
White team taking their time. It reminded me of when in a basketball game when the guy gives them the inbound and just goes, "Go ahead."
Right.
And the other coach is like, "We don't have our guys."
It was Nikola Jokic running quarterback there. Said, "Give me the ball. We'll get it inbounds."
Under 3 minutes.
2nd and 7, gain of 3 for Montoya. Back to throw again.
Game on.
One step drop, throws it right up the seam, and it's incomplete. Salazar almost had himself a pick, and we're going to get an ineligible man downfield. So flag on the offense. First time we're calling ineligible men downfield in the 4th grade game.
I love it.
This is football, man.
Yeah, I mean, if he wasn't so big, he probably wouldn't stand out. But as you see here, and keep an eye on the quarterback. I really like the way this ball rips out of his hands. Boom, spins nicely, throws it into the window. Great defense there, though, too, sneaking in and knocking that ball
Salazar.
down. Yeah, good
playing
job.
Center field.
Okay, just
so
trying
3rd and 7, flag starting to pile up here. And another illegal substitution. So 2:28 to go. We got a 3rd down and 12 for Blue. Ball on the 33-yard line.
Jazzy Martinez in the building.
In
Jazzy's
the house.
in the building.
Big play, Montoya.
Jazzy's working sideline
to the 37, and he is wrapped up. Tackle on the play made there by Kingston Luna.
Kingston Luna making plays on defense, too.
There he is. K. Luna on the back of his jersey.
If you wear number 1, you got to be a dog.
You got to be a dog.
Yeah, you can't be a not dog or a hot dog. You got to be a dog, and he is. Luna's got the longest play of the game. He's got the most exciting play of the game for sure.
Montoya back to throw. 4th and 7. He was hit as he threw it, and it'll go down as an incompletion. Play whistle dead, and the white defense forcing a turnover on downs. And they have been lights out all day long, and again they get some pressure on Montoya. 58 for the white defense. Shout out Alfonso Aragon Jr.
Called his name once or twice. I want to give Benjamin McGee some love, number 52. He's been wreaking havoc in there as well.
Totally.
Maybe not making all the tackles, maybe not, getting all the action, but I think 52, the way he's really played, has been not without notice. So keep up the good work, young buck.
Yeah, sometimes, doesn't always get the pressure, but he draws 2 defenders, and he allows the other defensive lineman to get to the quarterback. Aragon, the recipient of the work made by his teammate there along the D-line.
The offensive lines have had their hands full today in the 8 a.m. game. These are 4th graders trying their best to block, and these are 4th graders on the other side of the ball that are hard to block. It's really been incredible watching these front sevens on both sides. I mean, there's a reason it's 12-2 in an all-star game, and it's not because the offenses aren't any good. It's because the defenses are stout. I mean, they're feisty, they're physical, and there's really no cracks. There's no crevices to get through. It's just solid, knowing your role, taking care of business defense.
They are holding it down. Anytime it looked like Blue might have something cooking, White always has come up with the big play on defense. And are we in victory formation
That's
already?
The V, Coach. Coach Q
Remember,
is Coach
Startzer used all 3 of his timeouts on that one drive. So they are out of timeouts as the Blue team. And it looks like Coach Rogers says, hey, we'll just sit on this football and enjoy our W.
Should be noted, too, that if you win, you get the ring, the gold ring. And then if you get second place, you get a ring. It's a silver ring.
Oh.
So all the kids that participate get a ring. And then it's one of those where trying to get that gold ring and not the silver ring. Looks like Coach Q is on his way with one more victory formation here. 1 or 2 more victory formations. They're going to go ahead and get that gold ring.
Yep, taking the snap there is Brady Boulder. He'll take the knee. And White, they are starting to ring those bells along that far sideline. They're going to get the 4th grade victory. And we're going to get an interview too. Our guys, Dave and Nigel, making their way towards the white sideline. 45 seconds. 3rd and 13. I think we'll just run one more play. Boulder under center. Victory formation once again, and the white team. They throw the football in the air. They're going to get a 12-2 victory here in the 4th grade game. You know, Price, Boulder with their helmets off, celebrating. Look at Brady Boulder there at the 40. Great win for the white team. Defense leading the way. A couple big plays on offense in that first half. Sam Price catching the touchdown. Kingston Luna breaking a 72-yard TD run as the teams head to midfield to line up to shake hands.
Congratulations to Coach Rogers. Really nicely done.
Way to go, Coach Q.
And you did it never doing it before. You did it with a group of kids you met for 2 days. You know, you got 3 practices in 24 hours, and you were able to hold it down on defense, take care of business, and get it. Let's take a look at, here's our winning team, the white team from 4th grade. Man, so many good names out there, so many good players making plays. KB Brown, Aiden Salazar, a lot of guys up and down. Shout out to the white team for getting it done. And blue team, hey, great
blue team
effort.
as well. They made a lot of plays today. You know, what result wasn't what they wanted on the scoreboard, but that was not without some big-time plays from some of their guys.
Well, this blue team held their opponent to 12 points. So think about that.
Right.
The blue team only gave up 12 points. The problem is they just couldn't get it going on offense to get themselves some points. Prepare outro video. Yeah, sweet.
So that's going to wrap it up from the 4th grade game. Once again, 5th grade coming up in about 15 to 20 minutes here in Boulder. But yeah, 12-2, a defensive slugfest in game number 1 today.
Great big run there by Luna.
Yeah, that
really
was probably the highlight of the game, yeah.
If it was 6-2, if they never had that 70-something yard run, you would think to yourselves, man, this thing could break at any time. But just knowing that they had that cushion of 10 points, 2-possession game, really helped white team get what they needed.
It was a lot of fun to watch. You know, the defense up to every challenge that blue threw at them, and I think we're going to get an interview here. Nigel down there with the winning coach, Coach Q.
All right, I'm here with Coach Q, who's now 1-0 at the Colorado Youth Football Invitational. Coach Q, a lot of good plays from your offense, but tell me about the defense holding the offense to 0 points.
Defense played stellar. We had the goal line stop at the 1. We ended up giving 2 points on the next play on the safety. But man, defense, shout out to Coach Moo, who was our defensive coordinator, young guy. Man, he is a beast. Also, shout out to the kids for holding up, making solid tackles. We didn't have many missed tackles. We had a couple forced turnovers as well, too. They did great.
Absolutely. All righty. Thank you. Thanks for the time. And back to you, Jeff and Alex.
Yes, sir.
Congratulations to Coach Q there.
Coach Q getting their first win, his first win. Big shout out to the defensive coordinator, too. That was nice to see.
I think we did forget to mention that probably the biggest play in the game was the goal line stand.
Yeah.
We saw it on the instant Roy play. I don't think they broke the plane. That would have been a great time for a coach's challenge. You know, and I think sometimes these coaches forget that we have the best capabilities in the state of Colorado when it comes to coaches' challenges at a subcollegiate level.
Right.
Would have been interesting to see maybe if Startzer could do it again. You never know. Maybe they'll give it to you. So we'll keep looking ahead. We'll keep making sure that you know, we have those instant replays ready.
Yeah, no need for Gene Sterator here at the CYFI.
Another huge play right here was that fumble.
Yeah,
Blue
some of the highlights from today.
Good momentum. So I think that's going to do it for our first game there, Alex. Great job on the call. Alex Becker and Mark Jackson coming up next on the call with Jazzy Martinez on the sideline. And so we'll take it to the outro, right? And we appreciate you guys joining us for this first game in the 2025 Colorado Youth Football Invitational. 4th graders, white team wins. Congrats to Coach Q. And we'll see you for the 5th grade game coming up next. Well, there you have it, Mark. Another great Colorado Youth Football Invitational game comes to an end, and it was just what we expected. Fireworks everywhere.
Oh, man.
I don't know how these coaches put these players together in such a short period of time, but reverses, the dynamic plays, people are popping heads all over the place, knocking each other out and picking each other up. I really love that about this event is the unity that's created. It's amazing.
Huge shout out to all the coaches for putting it together. We think this is the greatest youth football event in the United States, but we couldn't have done it without the folks here at the University of Colorado Boulder. We couldn't do it without those coaches you mentioned, all the volunteers, whether they're the officials or the people here working in the building.
And we certainly couldn't do it without Chris and Cassie Unruh, the founders and the people that started this program, along with Coach Z, Zarek Martinez, and Mandy Martinez. Love you guys for your heart and your dedication to make this get better and better every single year.
And I don't know where we'd be without this guy right here, Mark Jackson, joining us, Colorado's favorite amigo. He just brings such life to the event, and we're so thankful to have you. Are you coming back next year for the Colorado Youth Football Invitational 4th edition?
The 4th edition is coming. This came so fast, and I can't wait for 2025 and what it brings for these kids as they start their league play.
Well, I think that wraps it up, and we thank you so much for making Coach G TV a part of your day. Watch us on YouTube. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next year at the Colorado Youth Football Invitational 2026.